I'm kind of into the idea lately of just like really confusing the fuck out of my YouTube subscriber base. All right, we're live. And hey, everybody, how's it going? I'm about to read a poem that I wrote. More to come on this later. Does somebody have a tab of me open?
Yeah.
All right. The last to come. If Trump destroys humanity for profit and personal gain, one on earth to totally make it rain. Since we've endured so much political disarray, let's take off our clothes and pump until we spray. While Sarah Huckabee Sanders addresses the free press, let's undress, spread our loins, and make a fucking mess. While throngs of immigrants are rejected at the southern border, let's fuck against the wardrobe by the bookcase in the corner. If humanity is wiped out by the plunderous evangelical right, I want to come with you just one last fucking night. If coronavirus kills off the poor, sick, and elderly, I want to feel every last inch of you inside every inch of me. It's all inclusive. It's going to run the gamut. It's going to make you uncomfortable.
Dude, so romantic.
Amazing.
Hold on. Let me wipe this tear away real quick.
Yeah.
Fucking beautiful.
CJ Yakub in the house. CJ of Canisteris.
What are you guzzling there, Marty?
A Waterloo sparkling blueberry water.
That's not alcoholic.
No, but I do have this if I want to get a little frisk. After all this,
wait.
After all this sexy time with Brain Smash. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah. Jim Beam and Tapatio.
Wonder Twin powers activate.
I already had my only beer.
I don't have a chaser anymore. Oh well.
We went out for dinner and I had a few drinks and then I decided to go to the record store on my way home.
That sounds like what you do.
Yeah, I mean, record store after a few drinks at about 8:30 at night. Why not?
Cheers, brother. Good to see all y'all. Simon, you want in on this action? Sexy time with Brain Smasher?
He's got the link. He's ready to go whenever he wants to.
Oh.
What the fuck did I walk into?
Sexy time.
Oh, man. I think I just broke my chair. Fuck. Yeah, that's got some bite.
So yeah, the I don't know, the weekly Friday streams may have kind of lost their luster a little bit. We just kind of want to change it up.
I don't think that for me they haven't lost the luster. I still enjoy them. I things get busy sometimes, and everybody I think was a little burnout on them. It's good to step away for a minute and then come back. That's all good.
Yeah, I miss being a part of them. What's that?
I like seeing all y'all. Me and Eric tried to do the movie thing, but man, he picked the wrong guy because I am not a movie guy.
Wait, what?
When you and I streamed that one time over at your channel, it was like movie time, and I'm like, hey,
you were asking me questions, and I was providing answers. Okay,
yeah, because inquiring minds do want to know.
Dude, we tried that fucking watch along. I gotta iron out the kinks. I tried troubleshooting it beforehand, me and Aaron and Phil, we had a blast, but all the viewers were like, dude, this is like unwatchable.
Oh,
you couldn't hear it? You couldn't hear it or what?
So everyone except for me was providing like a major feedback loop as far as audio went. Which was weird because nobody had it going on. You know how usually the feedback loop is like when you're watching it on YouTube and streaming it at the same time in StreamYard?
Yeah.
So I wasn't using StreamYard. I was using OBS. And it was just on Twitch, but nobody else had the feed up to where there would be a loop that would happen. So I don't know where the loop's happening. But yeah, it was pretty fun though, man. Watch Hands of Steel, John Saxon.
So there was embarrassing Trump tantrum today? I thought he played golf. I didn't realize he made a statement today. Did he make a statement?
No. Well, he made a statement and said that he won.
Well, congratulations, Cheeto.
He's still refusing to acknowledge that, like, no, sorry, dude, you didn't win.
Sorry, that's not the way it goes here. That's not how. That's not the way it works.
We can. So this is a thing that I learned tonight when we were at dinner, is that he can demand or request that like the states do a recount, but he has to pay for the recount out of pocket. Like he has to pay the manpower hours for the recount to happen.
Which he has a really hard time doing that. Every time he pays hires a contractor, he ends up fucking them at the end and not paying them.
Yeah,
because he has no money. Well, Devin, this is what it's like watching your videos.
I think he's just gonna cry about it until he realizes, no, in fact, I actually did lose, and then he's just gonna curl up into a ball until January. Was it 12th? January, some whatever. Yeah, I mean, it's not worth it. Anything he has to say at this point on is just like rhetoric.
And if the media keeps like, I mean, I was telling Ben, I've watched 2 press conferences where NBC News stopped his press conference and they cut the feed and said, the president's lying right now. He's saying stuff that isn't true. We can't share this. So, yeah. I mean, if the media keeps like not now that they moved on to Biden and forget about Trump, I think his zest of saying fraud and wanting to sue everybody is going to go away because no one's going to cover it.
Right. Yeah.
Who knows? It's hard to say. It's going to be a weird couple months.
Yeah,
he's going to be pissed at like the media for finally changing the tone of the way they cover him. Oh, we could have used that 4 fucking years ago, you know?
Yeah.
Well, 4 years ago, they were like, well, we have to deal with this for 4 more years. I think that was their perspective back then.
Yeah.
So,
well, let's be honest. The media, they've used him. He has used them. They have used him to inflate their fucking stupid ratings and their clickbait bullshit. It's a symbiotic relationship. And they were perfect for each other. The media and Trump were perfect for each other. Completely perfect for each other.
You're fired.
I think
you're fired.
You're fired.
You're fired.
The best thing I've seen on the whole online thing about the whole Trump thing is the Michael Rappaport rant videos. Oh my God. They are so fucking funny.
Any Michael Rappaport Trump rant is amazing.
Dick stain.
Yeah, you fucking blowjob. I've never like thought to call somebody a blowjob as a derogatory term, but that might stick from now on.
You and your stupid fucking kids.
He's so good, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking those rants are just like priceless.
Hey everybody, thanks for turning out.
New Yorker.
Turning out on no notice. Hey, good to see all you people.
Yeah. I like just being able to hop in and fucking kick it without any flyers or whatever. Whoa, the warrior of metal is here. All hail.
Hail.
All hail.
Who's the warrior of metal though? Like,
I don't know that guy in that picture. He's holding a club or some fucking thing.
Yeah.
Go beat some ass. Warrior metal style.
Is that medieval weaponry?
Eric, are you familiar with fucking Crystal Age?
Crystal Logic? Wait. Crystal Age. Yes. Doesn't that have people that went on to be in Luciferion?
Hammerfall.
I thought there was Luciferion members in that too.
That's Lost Horizon that had that guy.
Okay.
But
good shit though.
My shit this week.
That shit's fucking cool, man. That's a score right there.
It's $65. It was adequately priced.
$65?
Yeah.
For a CD, for a compact disc?
Yeah.
Man. I mean,
it was worth it.
You know, if you're going to listen to it, I'm not going to criticize anybody who spends any amount of money on an album. Like, if you get your money's worth out of it, that's all that matters.
Yeah. And then I found out it's getting reissued on LP next year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, lucky for me. I'll just wait.
Yeah. But man, it's so good. I went a little what'd you say? Go for the boner. Craig, look
The
at
boner record. You got the boner record.
Yeah.
Woo!
Couple more too.
Oh yeah.
So, what is the best thing? First of all, I'm gonna start off by saying the best thing I listened to this week was Rats Dancing Undercover.
Oh God, man. I love the EP, dude, but I can't go past the EP. Was it the 84 EP?
Yeah.
That shit rules. There are some decent cuts on the full length. But dude, I can't do Round and Round, man.
Well, that song's like overplayed.
I can't do it.
I would say Invasion of Your Privacy is a better album than Out of the Cellar.
Which is the album with fucking Way Cool Jr. on it? Because that's irredeemable.
That was the album after Dancing Undercover. Detonator, maybe?
No, not Detonator. Detonator actually had some fucking smoking tracks. Smoking tracks.
Smoking tracks.
Yeah.
We got a question from the audience. Y'all fuck with anything else than rock?
Rock?
Yes.
Yeah. I've been listening to Iris Dement all week, mostly. That and Crystal Age. And not really.
The self-titled Love and Rockets a lot this week.
Don't know what color your eyes are, baby, but your hair is long and brown.
That's the radio hit. I like that track, but every other track on that album is so much better than that track.
Even that song is super stupid simple, but it's catchy because of it.
Well, Love and Rockets were they were doing that whole like we're trying to combine like that essence of like T-Rex and Joy Division and make it cohesive.
Yeah.
And it usually worked out for them, in my opinion. But that album has that track Motorcycle, dude. And that song is a fucking monster, man. The guitar tone on that is better.
Daniel Ash had a good ear for that sound. Wall of sound. Daniel Ash had an ear for that wall of sound guitar.
Oh, yeah.
Effects.
Big time. The fucking guitar tone on Motorcycle is killer. It's probably one of my favorite guitar sounds ever of all time.
I'm gonna read Love and Rockets. It's been a couple years. Here's my boner pile.
Boner pile.
That
Is that another poem that you're going to drop on us? Boner pile?
Let me read to you about the boner pile.
nah. But this fucking thing.
What is that?
Jinx.
Dark Millennium.
I thought you were going to say Dark Molester for a second.
Ashore the Celestial Burden. It's fucking weird. And then
that shit fucking that rules. I have the tape.
And then Throne of Ahaz. Finally got this.
I have not heard that album, but I like their first one.
This is a lot more dissection-y. If you need dissection without the dissection.
So Alive.
Wouldn't that be fucking Swordmaster?
Honestly, I can't believe how much this sounds like Storm of the Light's Bane for having come out in like 93.
Dude,
that album rules.
That album sounds like Storm of the Light's Bane.
What's the cover on that one? Is it Countess Bathory that they do, or is it
I forget, but it sucks. Something by Venom, because that sucks.
I mean,
it's not a smoking track.
Smoking. Those are some fucking tasty licks on that fucking album.
I don't know if I had ever gotten to the end of the album, and when it came on in the car the other day, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? I looked over and it said Venom cover. I got pissed and I turned it off.
I'm down with that.
Boys.
I'm down with the Venom covers, man. Bring it on.
It was Buried Alive. It wasn't
Venom's
even a Venom song that I was familiar with.
Venom, man, we'll just agree to disagree on the Venom sucks. Like
Venom rules. Rules. Smoking tracks all over the place.
Smoking tasty licks.
Eric Bauer.
Dude, I just did one, man. Where
Oh,
were you?
Jesus. I'm drinking a full shot. You're just sippy time over there.
Oh. Already a quarter gone. Thank you.
Right on. What's going on?
Woo!
That's all you get of Jesse. That's all you get.
Oh, fuck. Whiskey burp. Blah.
That's all you get is a little splash of Jesse.
Yeah, all you need is a couple seconds. That's it. Does the trick.
Blah.
What's going on, fellas? How are you?
Good.
What the fuck?
Man,
We're celebrating, hopefully, some return to normalcy in this wonderful country of ours.
Me too, dude. I fully agree with you there.
Yeah, we are.
Back to where the corruption happens, we don't necessarily know about it. That's what I like. That's the kind of American I like.
Yeah.
that's the kind of American government I can get behind.
As long as he speaks to me really nice and says really intelligent words, I'm at ease with everything.
True.
Keep them shits in your pants.
Hide your trash.
Eric's going to start a new band you might want to cover in your zine called Dark Molester.
What is this?
yeah. Dark Molester band.
Yeah, it's gonna be a one man atmospheric
Atmospheric noise project.
atmospheric noise black metal pop punk project.
The demo one is going to be called Smoking Tracks.
Smoking tracks. Track one will be Tasty Licks.
Taste the Dark Molester. It'll be song number one.
We're doing like all the cliche licks and
just
stuff.
checked.
You got caveman riffs in there.
Tasty Licks and Caveman Riffs.
Caveman Spliffs.
Caveman Spliffs.
First ever weed smoke.
It's gonna be like Cannabis Corpse, but it's gonna be all devoted to like shitty LA glam from the 80s. Oh shit.
Sounds sick to me.
Nitro. Like some bunch of Nitro songs.
Man, I need your
LA
address
street
again because
right there.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Ben. There's a lag or something. I'm really sorry. I need to get Jesse's address again because I need to send him worm gears. I forgot to do so.
What social media do you actually run? Is it Facebook or the Instagram?
Facebook. I see Instagram, but
Okay.
I don't fuck with it. Ben fucks with it mostly.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll send it to the Facebook or the Instagram.
Yeah, just send me it in the messenger.
Did you see that someone sold this? This is me getting boring on some nerd shit, but fucking some dude put on eBay a couple weeks ago. He uploaded like probably 100 zines, all starting at like $6.66 bid, and a bunch of them went for $50+ There was some worm gears in there too.
Wow, I got a bunch of them sitting in my basement. If people want to buy $50 worth of fucking magazines,
I think that the ones that were higher were all mostly like Nordic Vision or Slayer mags, but I think I got outbid at a worm gear at $20, and I was like, all right, maybe Marty still got those in a box.
What issue was it?
Yeah.
I've only got like 5 issues or 6 different issues left.
Only band I can remember on the front was a brutal death metal band. Maybe
all death metal bands brutal.
yeah, true, but I can't remember. But I can't remember who was on the front, to be honest. But
I'll hook you up. Just give me your address. And
Thank
Matt, the Dark Path sent me a copy of your first issue too, and
I'm glad he got that too. Really cool.
I have not had a chance to read it yet, but it looks very sweet.
Thank you, man. I'm really honestly, as much as I am stoked on that issue and was stoked on that issue, it's like I'm sure you learn the same when you were doing yours. It's just hard because every time you do an issue, you learn more. So it's like I feel like the second issue, which is being done now, I feel like it's so much better than the first one. That it's like, not that I'm embarrassed of the first one, but it's like it's a stepped up. I'm excited to get the other one out.
Yeah, when Worm Gear started, we used super huge font, but at the end, the font was microscopic, and there was 20 million reviews in every issue. I always had like these grand schemes of like all these cool designs. About the time I realized that all the shit I'd written wasn't going to fit, I started taking out pictures and just compacting the fucking font size.
Hey,
so,
yeah, Mark, I'm not going to lie, about 20 million reviews in an issue, that's kind of a lot.
There was a lot in them, man.
Impeccable, I'll be honest.
There was a lot.
One thing I always hear from dudes that were like, I don't know, reading zines in the 90s, like most people that would be into zines would be, is like, they'll be like, oh yeah, that zine, like talking about any random zine, they'll be like, oh yeah, that zine fucking sucks. It was just all ads. But the weird thing to me is like, I don't know, the ads are one of my favorite parts of it. So it seems like a weird dichotomy compared to like back then.
Ads were like a time capsule. I mean,
yeah,
that's the cool part about looking back on like one of the only redeeming qualities of SOD was the ads.
Totally.
I'm really tired of every album getting 666 skulls.
Well, they would get that if they advertised.
Oh
yeah. You guys should bring that back. The skulls.
That's rad.
Man, how many skulls are gonna get that Suffering album?
666.
Dark Molester, 664 skulls. Just wasn't dark enough.
It wasn't longer than the other reviews that are in it.
Yeah, your reviews are definitely longer than any review I'm going to put in it, so you're going to stand out.
I don't know what to do then, because I thought about like trying to make it a separate thing that I do every issue or something, like a throwback, obscurity, deep cuts, or I don't know.
Which could be the case. My reviews are always of current stuff.
Okay. Maybe I'll write the Asphodelis review shorter, but that fucking thing is killer.
That's the one you sent me the other day, right?
Yeah.
Don't edit yourself, Ben.
Don't limit myself. So yeah, I want to write more for the Suffering. I'm already thinking of more for the Suffering thing. So maybe I'll just make it like a arcane cuts or something. Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, I like it too. Go with it. I just downloaded that album in full because it's not on YouTube or anything like that. So I just downloaded it and listened to the whole thing on Friday, and it's fucking weird for sure.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Rules.
Crap.
You all right, Eric?
For a band too. PSDI Records and Promotion. Instead of Dark Angel, you can have Crack Angel. I'm at the point of being buzzed where everything's funny right now, so just bear with me.
Keep drinking, Marty. Keep drinking.
I'm still like way so stoked on the Dark Molester idea.
I kind of can't believe that hasn't been taken. I looked it up on Metal Archives.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I'm surprised it's not already a band from Indonesia or something like that.
We toured with
Simon.
How you doing?
Mr. Simon, how are you?
What up?
I'm well. How are you?
Fine.
That's the thing about Satan's Almighty Penis. People would complain about our name, and I would be like, have you fucking heard all the other garbage band names out there? Fuck you.
Usually,
Not Mystium.
Including the word goat penis, goat semen.
Yeah, right. Satan's Almighty Penis. Nah, man, I don't like that. Put on some goat penis instead. That's better.
Goat semen.
I will forever be so fucking pissed at Goat Penis for getting away with having that name while Satan's Almighty Penis languishes in fucking infamy.
I always laugh about like a show. It could be goat penis, goat semen, and goat vulva all play one show together. But
the Goat Trilogy.
I think the show would be goat semen, goat penis, and anal vomit.
That would be good. Yeah, all together in one.
Anal vomit.
Anal vomit. The picture of the band where the guy is on the back, like with a bullet belt, holding a couple guns, and has got like a mangina, any penis, because he's so tiny.
Dude, yeah, he's got no pants on.
He's got no pants on. I'm just like, he's Porky Pigging it. And I mean, the only way I'd be doing that is if I was swinging.
That's the album that when my buddy and I went to see. Yeah, that's the album that when my buddy and I went to see fucking Incantation for what was it? It wasn't the most recent album, but it was 1 or 2 albums ago. They did a tour. We went and saw them, and we were smashing fucking Rainiers out in the parking lot, and my buddy was blasting blasting anal vomit from his fucking CD player, and these kids were walking by, and this one kid stops and turns and looks at us and goes, "Dude, is that fucking anal vomit? I fucking love anal vomit, man."
Holy shit.
And we're just like, what the fuck? How does this kid recognize like he looked like he was like maybe 12. He's probably like 18 is probably like the closer estimation of his age. But
that's
like
what the kids are into now, Eric.
We're like, dude, yeah, that's fucking anal vomit, man. He's like, man, could I fucking smash a beer with you dudes?
So Ben, that was a high caliber enough to have that one on vinyl.
Are we gonna do a fucking parking lot mosh to anal vomit? And I'm like, I'm not.
To do that, you have to take your pants off. You know that, right?
Yeah, and by how young that kid was, I don't know if that'd be a good situation.
Anal vomit.
Both formats.
Holy
Damn!
I'm a fucking anal vomit fanboy over here.
wow.
Double the
Fucking
volume.
rule. Plus, it's always in the cheapo bins. Nobody gives a fuck about that bin.
Well,
That's true. It's even in the cheapo bin out here.
At least with that band, when you hear about it, it actually kind of sounds like what you might imagine. But there's another band with an even worse name called Dick Vomit. But they're a straight up old school thrash band on Hell's Headbangers. Nothing gore, nothing joking. It's just they're called Dick Vomit, and then it's just like, all right, everyone, let's play some fucking normal ass thrash. It's random.
Looks like what was it? Anal Blast is like they're like a black metal band, which I think is a total missed opportunity. Like you're gonna call your band Anal Blast, but you're gonna play black metal? Like, come on.
The only one I have of them is like the Cradle of Filth rip album called Anal of Blast.
Anal of Blast.
Don Decker, rest in.
Yeah.
This is
time.
so we talked about goat compilations. I have a 7-inch that's 4 different goat bands
Oh fuck.
on one release. Goat Messiah, Goat Wrath, Goat Vengeance, and Goat Semen.
Yeah, the goat thing's
And
pretty
numbered.
well played out. People, if you're starting a band and you want to put goat in your title, it's kind of in the same zone as starting a band and having the word void in it anywhere.
Mhm.
Void or goat. Those should be 2 words struck from the metal dictionary for band names, I think. But, you know.
Void is the new goat.
Yeah. Dark void molester.
Dark Void.
Molesting the dark void.
It's true. The V
Hey,
section of my
right.
old
Your-
album is too long. You wouldn't think there'd be that many V albums.
What about
Void
like
Omnia, Void Ceremony. There's tons of them.
Goat Pus?
I don't know if, for whatever reason, void is one of those words in a band that's almost like a automatic skip for me.
Is there a band called Cavity Void? Because that man,
Probably.
cat hair in my mouth. Blah. Blah.
Who was
Like-
the first person
Hey,
that
PSA, I got your
decided
CD the other day.
whiskey was drinkable?
What, Marty?
Who was the first person that decided that whiskey was drinkable and that it could fuck you up? Because, I mean, if you're to just like casually stumble across some whiskey and drink it, you know, it doesn't taste good. Why would you keep drinking it?
Dude, Marty, what planet are you from? Whiskey is delicious.
Well, I mean, who was the first person to eat a fucking artichoke? They're like, look at this thing. Yeah, this looks good.
Yeah.
Who was the first person who was like, you know, that cow, it's feeding its young with its udders. I bet you we could drink that same shit and it'd be delicious.
Even as we get older, yeah, dude, you can be as old as you want to drink the fucking cow shit.
Well, probably makes you wonder. I mean, you're breastfeeding and you see cows drink. Maybe you don't. You can't get milk that way. You go to the cow.
Hey, this thing that grows in the ground that like smells awful and looks really unappetizing. I'm gonna call it an onion, and we're gonna put it in everything.
Bro, onion's great. You're tripping on that one.
Onion sucks.
Onion's amazing.
Onion
makes everything better.
I'll eat an onion raw. I'll be honest.
Oh, God.
I'm a fan of shallots and yellow onions, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I can get down with that.
I don't know how to start a meal without onions.
Yeah, me either. It's onion and garlic and oil, and then everything else.
Yep.
Well, I mean, onions are part of the trifecta, right? It's like onions, carrots, and celery, like, are the basis for so many different fucking meals. It's ridiculous, but
you just start every meal with onion. You chop it up real nice and fine. Get it in the garbage can, and then just scrape it right into the garbage can.
White onions are fucking foul. every other onion is only good if you fucking annihilate it on a fucking stovetop.
Or deep fry it. Bloomin' onion.
I eat onions for
Spanish onion.
A couple beers down at Chili's, you get that blooming onion. Woo.
Somebody brought up a good point last night, and it kind of blew my mind. And they said, soap smells good but tastes like shit. But shit smells bad. How do we know it doesn't taste good?
I imagine shit tastes like it smells. Like that's just my perception.
Let's find out.
Well, it's kind of like you can always tell when something this is gonna taste waxy, but like you've never tasted wax before. I mean,
I've tasted wax.
Those wax lips with the fangs, with the big lips.
That's actually true. I have had those wax
man.
I used to eat crayons when I was a little kid. That probably explains a lot, but
Play-Doh is another thing that tastes exactly like it smells.
Not that bad though. I can almost do it.
It does. Play-Doh.
I'll eat some Play-Doh. Whatever.
I've had Play-Doh in my time.
Doesn't Play-Doh just taste like fucking salt?
It smells like it tastes. Yeah. Very salty.
Let's see.
Yeah, speaking of all those band names, though, I guess there's a fucking. You guys see the dude from Ryan from Cattle Decapitations doing a band called Anal Trump?
Yeah. The logo is amazing.
I saw that. That's fucking funny.
Anal Trump. They put out a bunch of shit, but like what was it? The first thing they put out was like months after he took office. Like
really? Okay, shit. I'm way late to it. That's funny though.
I love how the logo's got his wig, his toupee.
What were you gonna say, Ben? You asked me something. What?
Do you have this howling sycamore?
No, I do not.
My parents have a howling sycamore. It's in their front yard, and it howls.
Lonnie sent it to me, and I haven't listened to it yet. It might be great, but if I don't like it, it's going to you. It has a member of Fates Warning, I think.
Huh.
Or is it Watchtower? I'm looking it up.
Watchtower, that guy went on to be in Dangerous Toys. You're thinking of a different band.
Let's see.
Jason McMaster.
So I was only like a quarter of the way into Simon's new update before we started this, so I can't ask you about all the stuff you've gotten because I haven't seen it all yet.
It ended up longer than I expected.
Did you show the Coven record?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Jason McMaster is in this band.
It's got a slight warp on the LP. It suffered the 2 months in postage. So side B, when the needle drops, it just skip. So I've added it to my pile to go get flattened.
Tyler, good move. Explosive Action, I just subscribed to your channel. There you go.
Appreciate it.
That was a wise decision.
Yeah, me too. It's a great channel.
Thank you.
Yeah, Eric, this has Jason McMaster and drummer from Triptychon.
Dude, I was never I'll never be able to take a Jason McMaster project seriously after Teasin' Pleasin'. Like
I thought you loved that. What are you talking about? I thought you loved that shit.
I do, but only ironic. Like I love Teasin' Pleasin' the same way I love Neil Diamond. Okay.
I love Neil Diamond. What's wrong with Neil Diamond? Cracklin' Rosie, get on board.
One of the highlights of my time living in Las Vegas was seeing a Neil Diamond impersonator who literally looked exactly like Neil Diamond.
Oof.
Sounded exactly like Neil Diamond.
Wow.
Played all of the Neil Diamond hits. It was amazing.
Turn on your hot light.
Yeah.
Let it
I'm all
shine
about
wherever you go.
I'm more about Brother Love's Traveling Sideshow Band. Like that's my jam.
We should all have a YouTube meetup sometime and just do karaoke and get shit faced and fall asleep in a gutter.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I'm a fucking karaoke nightmare. You don't want to unleash that shit on me. I will destroy a shit town bar in Iowa if you give me a microphone.
That would be great to see, actually.
I actually did. I did the Humpty Dance one time, and this guy was sitting there on a laptop. The bar was having a great time. This guy's sitting at a laptop like 10 feet in front of me, and I fucking started grinding on his table in front of him. Balls on his table. Wouldn't even look up from his laptop.
Were you like,
yeah, exactly.
Hey, buddy, my balls are on your table right now.
I
couldn't say, oh, Humpty, you're funny looking. That's all right, because I get things cooking. You
Don't get
stare.
me started, yeah.
We try to compare me, but you can't get near me.
Oh man, I put on Dr. Dre's The Chronic the other night, and I couldn't fucking stop listening to it. Every word.
That's a repeat album for sure.
Formative record for me. Simon, do you fuck with any hip hop, rap?
Not really. I've tried a little bit here and there. Some of the old stuff's not too bad, but it's just I didn't grow up with it. I don't.
Right.
Yeah. Didn't really follow.
I think
it
if it wasn't there when you were like, if it wasn't there early on, then it's never gonna take. I wouldn't think.
Yeah, I think that's the issue. I mean, I can listen to the older stuff and not feel nauseated like the new stuff.
So my better half and I were talking about rap the other night. I don't remember why. I think it was when we just watched Halloween H2O, and I told her that the LL and LL Cool J stood for Ladies Love, which she had never known before in her entire life.
Which is so
I didn't know that.
Yeah, LL, Ladies Love Cool J. That's what that means. Yeah.
I mean, I didn't care.
Minds were blown.
Hell yeah.
Say what you will about LL, but he really elevates shitty fucking horror movies. Like,
I kind of like that movie, I'll be honest.
Deep Blue Sea without LL Cool J would have just been another shark movie.
You say that like it's a bad thing. But like 47 shark films.
Was he in Sharknado?
No,
It
that
wasn't
was
in Sharknado.
that was Ian Ziering from Beverly Hills 90210.
Oh, he was. That's awesome.
Mm.
You know that Ian Ziering was recently, within the last month or so, on Entertainment Tonight, which comes on after the news, and we sit and eat our dinner and watch that garbage. And he was on there, and that guy, it's like he's in a cult or something. He's like always smiling, like the perfect Hollywood smile, and I don't know. It just looks like, I don't know. It's just bizarre. It looks like he's in a cult.
So did you ever see that movie Domino with Keira Knightley and Mickey Rourke, where they play bounty hunters and they end up kidnapping Ian Ziering and Brian Austin Green from 90210?
No.
And they play themselves. So that's actually partially based on fact. They were actually kidnapped by the bounty hunters that those people are portraying.
Huh.
For like a short amount of time. Not to the extent shown in the movie, but not all fictional at least. And I don't know, I was always actually impressed with Ian Ziering's performance in that film. I've honestly never seen Sharknado, so I can't comment on how he is in that role.
I'm sure it's stunning.
Yeah, Oscar win.
I mean, his co-star is Tara Reid, so it can't be that, his performance can't be that awful in comparison.
I draw the line. Anything related to 90210, I have my boundaries.
What about Heathers? Heathers has Shannon Doherty in it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know what? She's also a huge Republican in real life.
Didn't she die?
No, she's got breast cancer, but she's not doing great. But she's still alive. I wouldn't have known that unless I watched Entertainment Tonight.
Yeah, I'm gonna come to you for
Thank
my
God.
info.
If you want to know anything about Britney Spears, let me know. I'll fucking set you straight.
Hashtag free Britney.
She's being imprisoned by her father.
Yeah.
What's next for Britney Spears, Marty? That's
She's
what
trying to get her her finances taken out of the hands of the control of her oppressive father, and have her sister run stuff for her. And she's decided that she doesn't want to perform anymore, and she's just going to film herself in different clothing, dancing, and spending all of her money, so she'll be poor. So that's
the worst than being poor.
She's been in litigation with her father.
I guess those are like Hollywood problems. I don't know about that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I hope
have
that people watching this, this is what they came here for. Like, cause I agree.
Yeah.
No,
not
I'm
exactly
thinking
delivering.
that way. I talk about that with my girlfriend all the time. Free Britney.
Free Britney. Free Britney. Britney.
Leave Britney alone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, leave her alone.
You guys, any of you guys had the chance to go out to any record stores in your areas lately, or none open?
I just went once night.
Oh, nice.
I went out to dinner and I fucking capped off my evening at the record store.
Hell yeah. What'd you get, Eric?
I mean, nothing super exciting. I snagged the first Lords of the New Church LP.
New Church. Stiv Bader.
Yeah, Stiv Bader. Fucking I can't think of the other dudes' names, but amazing lineup, amazing record. And then what did I get? The Fear the Record on tape.
Okay.
Because that's a huge like nostalgia black hole for me.
Yeah.
Like I can zone out. I can zone out and listen to "I Love Living in the City" like on repeat
That's
for
a great
hours if I've like had enough marijuana.
Yeah, I feel.
But that's all I picked up. I mostly went there just to bullshit with people like after food.
Yeah.
Because I was feeling talkative after a couple drinks and a torta.
I feel that one. Yeah,
I was driving around Dubuque a couple weeks ago, and I just saw the corner of my eye. I was like, "Is that a fucking CD store?" It was this town I rarely ever go to, and they were closed because of COVID. And I just looked in the window. I was like, "Oh, you gotta have some fucking dusty old gems in there." And I went back last weekend, and they were open, and dug through every square inch of the CD section, and it was like picked through and pretty well curated, not like I'd expected. And I did a video about it, so I didn't want to jam on it too much, but it was just fun to go back and pick up stuff and go, not this album. Later era obituary stuff.
It's always nice going somewhere you've never been before, especially when you're not from like a huge city. Like I just went back to Detroit with my partner because she's from there, and just got to go to a bunch of record stores in Detroit that I get to go to like once a year.
Is Hot Hits still there?
Man, no, if it is, we didn't get the chance to go. The best one that we go to every place called Dearborn Music in Dearborn.
Is that the place? It's like all records. It's like 2 stories.
No, it's only one story, and in a strip. It's like next to a CVS.
Okay. The
But,
one I remember was on the corner, and it was like a 2-story deal. It's been fucking ages since I've been there.
Oh yeah, there's so many record stores there. It's incredible. But at that Dearborn music place, thankfully actually Ben had put me onto that band Funeral from Norway, and I walked in and someone had dumped someone that was in the know had dumped a big old collection of just like 90s Death Doom stuff, which was perfect because that's what I was feeling at the time. So I ended up picking up like the first Catatonia album. I picked up 2 Funeral albums. I had gotten an Evoken album there, the first one, and the last one I picked up was Funeral and I don't know one other Death Doom album, but it was just cool to see that it was in the used bin. I mean, in where I'm from, there ain't never any used records ever. You have to just get it new if it's in the store. So that's cool to see that. I
always have this like ongoing fantasy of coming out to California and digging in them used bins and finding gems that hipsters don't fucking want, but I'm probably dead wrong, right?
No, Dark Realm Records, you would love it there. That would be your spot. I don't even know.
They're still open.
He has so much. Yeah, and he has so many used CDs. It's incredible. I have a friend that lives right next door who's like a big CD Ethan Millennium fan. Yeah. And he'll post like, oh yeah, gonna go over to Dark Realm or whatever, or send me what he got or just what he finds. And every time I'm like, man, that was on the shelf.
That Dark Realm's run by the dudes in Sadistic Intent, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
There's used to be a place in Detroit called Car City Records.
Okay.
And it was kind of a bummer because I mean it was all just a humongous store, huge square footage, all old vinyl. Tons and tons and tons and tons of vinyl that have been sitting there forever. Yeah. And my buddies down there took me there just because they're metalheads and they've been there, they've dug through it, knew there wasn't much in there, but I like other stuff other than super fast blasting death metal, like one of my friends. He's like, oh, there's nothing here I'm interested. So I found like some Judas Priest in there and stuff, but every time I have the dream, I have the record hunting dream. I don't know if any of you guys get this, but it's in Car City Records, and everything is like all these Rare Destruction albums, and my dream is like finding all this classic, awesome thrash stuff, and it's always Car City Records. I highly doubt it's there. And Detroit used to have a place called The Pit. It was all metal, overpriced, but weird dude running the place. But there was a lot of back in the day. There was a ton of cool. Saginaw, Michigan had a place called the Independent Underground, which was an all metal store. This was in the mid 90s. And it was like when, all the black metal shit was coming over from Norway. So it was all like $25, $30 fucking discs. And they had like this glass case with all the Norwegian stuff in a glass case. You had to ask to see the CDs and all this stuff. And they didn't last long, but still it was cool to have a store like that where, from up here, Traverse City, there's nothing but mall shops, but down there, it was like all of a sudden there's like this whole other world of underground record stores that were so cool. Detroit was a hot spot, man. Totally cool to hear it still is.
Speaking of that, I was going to ask you something, Marty, and I think it might be interesting enough if you do have a story about it that people might be interested in hearing. But did you ever meet the dude from those Michigan Death Fest videos, Razor Ray, the interviewer, Razor Ray?
I'd have to see him.
Okay, if you guys ever are bored, just type in like Michigan Death Fest on YouTube, and on the YouTube page, Michigan Death Fest has like an official YouTube page. There's like these interviews where this guy named Razor Ray Reyes interviews the bands, and it'll be like Embalmer, Gutted, Obituary, a lot of those good, like a lot of Midwest bands. And the dude is so over the top, and it's so close to a Tim and Eric sketch. It's almost like uncanny, because the dude is like screaming in their faces, and the way he like says stuff almost sounds like he's never heard of death metal before. He'll be like, really, man? Do you really believe it, man? In the devil, man? Do you believe it? And like the bands like want to be out of there so bad. It's like, I found him on Facebook. I really want to interview him just because like, what the fuck is this dude? I just didn't know. I didn't know if you had seen him around that fest or anything. Because I'm guessing you probably went back in the day.
Oh yeah, yep. I've been to a good handful of those.
Yes. Dude, listen to him.
Hey man, hanging out with the sickest band since Albert Fish. Broken Hope, from Chicago. And just tell people out here on Video Underground, who is Albert Fish and what did he do?
Well, I guess if they're going to compare us to Albert Fish is a pretty nasty old man in the 50s. He kidnapped Grace Floyd, chopped her up, and made a stew out of her. About, I think it was 11 days to eat her.
The one to watch is the Gutted one. He won't stop screaming in their faces.
I was at that show with Gutted.
Man, I don't know. I guess.
What was that?
I was at that show with Gutted.
I love Gutted, dude.
I don't know this guy. I've never seen him.
Okay.
Correct. And guitar. Okay, now you guys.
Oh man, those were the days.
Yeah, I know. It was fucking hilarious.
Not that I was metal back then.
Me either.
Razor
I
Ray.
got getting my reissue of God's Free to Live from Repulsive Echo any day now.
I got mine from Repulsive Echo and it came fucking bent on every corner all the way to the vinyl.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Gutted For Us to Live vinyl reissue.
So good.
I bought the CD off Discogs like an idiot, and because I found one for pretty cheap, and I was like, okay, well I'm gonna buy it original pressing. They go for like $200, $100, and I got it in, and there was no disc. I didn't read the listing right. Oh shoot! On tape.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just sold the Gutted demo on Discogs like probably 2 months ago, $150.
This was
Damn.
a splurge when I got it. I don't know how much it goes for now, but it was a little bit spendy when I snagged it.
I think it's like $75 now. The tape.
I didn't spend that
I
much.
had the OG CD, but I got rid of it. I needed the money, so I hawked it for $75.
That's a great deal. Whoever got that though.
These fucking anything on fucking red light right now goes for a lot of money. It's weird.
Yeah.
Because these things used to be like back in the day, you just find these dead stock like everywhere, like Red Light Records. It was like Gutted, Postmortem, and fucking Oppressor. Red Light Records.
Was Demented Ted on Red Light Records?
Yeah, they were on the same. Yeah, Demented Ted. Fucking the first riff of that album is so good.
I've never heard that band. I always thought the name was so fucking stupid. I didn't need to.
That's like one of those bands like fucking Dr. Shrinker or like Jumpin' Jesus.
Yeah,
They're pretty generic.
Yeah, it's definitely nothing to write home about. It's kind of fun.
But this Gutted fucking. This is probably one of my all-time favorite death metal.
There it is.
There he is.
Never even heard that.
Also, as to be seen in Ben's intro to his videos, I look at that every time.
Oh yeah.
He's got the hookup on the
Yeah,
Demented Ted.
That's the one I had.
Yeah, that's real Demented Ted fan over here. Damn.
Damn. You got the Demented Ted
$4.
limited Ruse
Demented Ben 453.
garage sale.
50 cents.
Yeah, 50 cents.
Wow.
I support a lot of death metal tapes back at this garage sale.
Oh, fucking Ben, there was something I meant to tell you the other day. I saw a kid in Iowa, like a young hardcore kid, found a Dawn Slaughter Son 4-sided long sleeve at the Goodwill. Yeah, and he posted it on Instagram. Like, anyone know what this logo is?
No, I'll give you $5 for
And
it.
of course, like now with all the vintage resellers, by the time I saw it, someone had already hit him up to buy it from him. But I was like, damn it, Iowa, I wonder if that used to be Ben's.
Nah, never had it.
I gotta say,
So
go ahead, Ben. Sorry, you have a lag. Go ahead.
I called up Necropolis the day that came out and I ordered it and they said, dude, you're the first buyer of this album. You're getting the #1 copy of this record. And I got it. And I was so fucking burned out by Peter Tackren at that point I was like, this is kind of good, but I kind of fucking hate it. And a couple years later, I fucking got rid of it.
Yeah. I feel that.
So Simon,
Anyways, Marty,
I'm still blown away by the fact that you live on the other side of the planet and you are still scoring all these killer records that you find in your local shops. It just blows my mind.
I think I'm running my little honey hole dry though.
That happens.
Yeah, I mean, there's still stuff there, and I went through it all because he lets me go in the back room and rummage through the boxes. But it's stuff I've seen every time, and I'm just getting a bit picky. I'm like, yeah, look, I keep seeing the Blessed Are the Sick is there. It's there every time. It's the OG, but I just don't need it.
I'm pretty
There's
sure
a few others like that.
You should buy that. It's so good.
I've got the original CD. If it was Alters, I would have bought it, but I got Abominations of Desolation from him on LP, so that was good. But yeah, it's down to I don't want to say the dregs, but they're just things that I don't need to double up on. There's nothing left that is stuff that I'd want that I don't have on CD already. Mm-hmm. So unless he finds another box, I've probably done that store. Yeah. But he hasn't in the past found another box, so you never know. But some of the other shops I still find good things.
I feel like
particularly in records.
The shop I go to most often, like he never dries up. Like he's always got fucking good shit. That's where I went tonight, and like I didn't really browse that much. I just kind of walked in and was like, "Hey, do you have this record?" And he was like, "Actually, I'm pretty sure we do." And he ran out to the floor where he thought it was, and he pulled it, and he's like, "Is this what you're looking for?" I'm like, "That's it. That's all. I'm not even going to look at anything else because I don't want to spend any more money."
I did miss the OG of Mental Funeral yesterday. That flew past me. There's a shop that I buy mail order from down in Melbourne, the other state, down in Victoria, and they post their stuff on Instagram. We've got this one in, and it went in 3 minutes, and I just missed the post. I'm like, yes, I'll take it. Oh, someone's walked out with it.
But they're OGs. But are they going for like the prices that you would expect them to, or?
I don't know what that one went for because they just put the title up, and then you ask them, and they'll tell you the price, which is kind of annoying. But I'd imagine that would have been 100.
What's 100 Australian in fucking US dollars?
About 65.
Oh damn!
That's a pretty good deal.
Yeah,
that's probably what it would have been. But to buy any new record out in Australia, like a $20 spin or something, is 35. Absolute minimum. You won't get it any cheaper. So I guess that's about 25 US. I don't know if that works out to be anywhere near what you guys pay for something like that.
What's up, Rick?
From $20 spin direct, it's usually a little bit cheaper than that, but like once that shit hits record stores, they generally put it up to about $22 to $25 for a $20 spin release.
Oh, okay. That sounds like I'm paying about the same.
Right around there.
Normally it's like
I like how we're all talking about records like we're brokers or something.
Actually, the exchange rate on these $20 spins is quite high.
Well, you know, I'm investing in my child's future with this Mental Funeral album.
The dude from $20 spin told me yesterday that he used to work at Necropolis. I thought that was pretty cool.
What's that?
Yeah.
The guy from $20 spin worked at Necropolis in like the late 90s or something like that.
I used to be buds with Joker from there. He's from Michigan. Joker Locuson.
Oh, really?
Huh?
From what, $20 spin?
No, from Necropolis.
Oh, okay. So $20 spin was a Washington State label until they moved to fucking
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Pittsburgh. Marty, how did you wind up with all those Dawn posters?
From
Jesse was the one that I sent that one to.
I still got a million of them.
People. I had probably 10 people message me about it. I just posted a video including the poster, and people were like, "Where did you get this poster?"
I should fucking sell them, man.
Dude, if you put them up on eBay, I bet you could get $40 plus shipping a piece. No joke.
Huh? No, but starting up, it was one of our first 3 issues were Xerox, and I was talking to Paul on the phone all the time, trying to figure out ways to do promotion stuff, and he offered sending a bunch of posters to give out with each issue, or for like the first few issues or whatever, the first like so many of the first issue or whatever. I don't remember, but yeah, he just sent me a bunch of stuff.
That's badass.
Yep.
I thought that had something to do with $20 spin, or dude, $20 spin said he has a copy of it too.
Of what?
So I didn't know if you knew him or of that Dawn poster.
No.
Probably because he worked there when that happened.
Yeah, probably because he worked there.
All right, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's badass.
We are
It's like a hardcore cover.
I think it's funny too how thinking about spending $40 for a record is like, I don't know, but I ate $40 worth of pizza today. No fucking joke.
Yeah, I feel that same
No
way all
problem.
the time. Yeah, straight up.
I have
How
a
was
few. I have a few splurges in my fucking Discogs cart right now that I'm probably gonna pull the trigger on come payday.
I just kind of did that same thing. It's hard. I had stuff. I bought the Avernus Sadness demo on Discogs the other day, just like on a whim. But I'm real happy with it.
Really into that Death Doom stuff lately.
Yeah, dude. No, it's been when I went down to Michigan, it was like the perfect weather for it. It was everything's red and yellow, and then I get back to California, and it's just like dark. I'm like, all right, black metal again. Here we go.
I had a lot of fun doing that Doomtober series. I've always kind of wanted to do that.
Yeah,
It was good.
Oh, yeah. Also, the whole time I was working on that Thorns of the Carrion interview, I just was like listening to nothing but them and bands like them. But now I've listened to it a little bit too much. I think I'm a little burned out. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Oh, you have a version than mine. Oh, no, it's a different one.
Yeah.
What is that?
Anastasia.
94 too.
Demo.
That's interesting because the Sadness demo is from 94 as well. Oh, that's like from them. Fuck.
Yeah.
Mine's like pro printed.
I had Avernus on my. I remember it sucking, but didn't they have like a good period and then a bad period?
Yeah, by the time the album comes out, I do not mess with it at all. The demo has Kim Goss on it, which is really weird.
She was like the lady that screwed up bands, or for some reason I don't know.
Literally every band she's in, it's just like weird.
Was she the Yoko for every band that she ever joined?
Yeah, and then started Synergy, and then just ruined metal.
Ugh. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. And have you guys ever seen the
Kim Goss?
do you guys own the first November's Doom album CD?
The mini, the slimline one?
No, I think there's an actual version of it, like a full version of it, but I don't know. That same guy that me and Ben know, Millennium Fantasy, he posted a photo of the inside of that first November's Doom album, and the girl that's in the band, she's holding her teddy bear in the photo. And it's like the weirdest. It's the weirdest photo.
Oh, for every leaf that falls, or something.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah, I just sent that to Matt from Dark Path.
Oh, nice.
That's
It's
fucking
like a
cool.
slimline CD.
Check out my teddy bear.
I don't have it. I know. Like, what do you think the band thought of that? They're like, really, Kelly?
That's like
My girlfriend wants to hold her teddy bear. She's gonna.
Oh, there
one
it is.
guy, the one guy in every 90s black metal band that had to wear a top hat. Like, dude, really? You got to wear the top hat? Come on.
That's a phrase that me and my mates have got about any symphonic black metal band. If you're listening to it and it doesn't sound quite good, we're like, it needs more top hat.
Straight up. That's why this Triumphant's so good. They had Steen with a top hat on.
He had that look on his face of, I don't even know what I'm doing. I don't know why I'm here.
They said he never even listened to metal before.
No idea.
So weird.
So drink this in. I looked at this thing in a used bin over and over and over again until I finally was like, all right, I gotta buy this. It's got gold embossed lettering.
Classy.
Light in Extension. The band is called Legend. Back of it,
Is that the Norwegian band?
I didn't know if this was. No, it's I think they're American.
Yeah.
Pagan Metal one. Band photo looks kind of cool. There's a dog in there.
Dog.
And then look at these fucking
Looks legit.
band. This is like cheesy pagan pop rock or hard rock or whatever you want to call it. But look at the singer Debbie there with the bottle of Coke.
Big Bubbles.
She looks like the fucking dude from the Trailer Park Boys.
Yeah, Bubbles.
Literally.
Yeah, Bubbles.
Yes, that's fucking Bubbles. Chris, there's a live video of these guys, and the dude plays an electronic trap kit in '91.
Trap kit.
That's amazing.
It's kind of like a, I don't know, synthy prog stuff. It's really good. But yeah, just talk about falling in love with a band and wondering, oh, I gotta have this fucking thing.
Yeah.
Holds up.
Is there any songs about Keith?
I'm gonna run take a piss. What if I still don't know how to do that screen share shit.
I think I actually might be heading out for the night, guys. But thank you for having me on. I'll talk to all you guys soon.
Later on, man. Have a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're always the best, man.
See you
Here's
later.
my favorite band photo right here of all time. Let me see if I can find it. There we go. Waiting for Ben.
Not
Yeah.
killing us.
The dude with the fucking keyboard. Look at that shit. He's like worshiping that keyboard.
He's caressing that keyboard.
So good. Oh my god. Fucking rules. Anyway.
I got a good band picture I can show. Hold on one second. I gotta go get it.
I'm gonna fuck around and try and figure out how to do that screen share thing.
You should say share screen at the bottom.
Share screen at the
There you
bottom.
go. Screen sharing tips. I pull it up for it. Here's lag. My sound is probably off. I'm gonna pull it up before I
Can
play
you
it.
zoom in on that, Ben?
Is that somebody getting a beach?
No, that's the dude. That's the report from Winds of the Black Mountain going down on his girlfriend.
Oh yeah. I have what's the first album where it's a picture of him fucking nailing her from behind in the inside of the CD.
Yep.
That's hilarious.
There's another goat.
I like that first Winds of the Black Mountain album is fucking great.
Hey, Michigan has the history. You got Masochist. That guy was in Masochist, and then Masochist, not Masochist. Yeah. Then went on to be in Summon.
Oh yeah.
Detroit.
Iowa has no history
Dancing.
whatsoever.
What are you talking about? It's Satan's Lovely Penis.
We are the beginning and the end of Iowa metal.
Iowa Metal. How many people are watching right now, Ben?
30.
Whoa, 29. Holy shit.
What time is it over there?
156.
About 1 a.m. for me. Okay, I'm gonna put up Legend, Light and Extension. This is so good.
It's 10:56 where I am.
It'll be good.
The suspense is fucking killing me.
I know, right?
This might go tits up right away.
I can't wait to see Miss Bubbles. The spinning wheels. Iowa internet. Iowa internet is run by hamsters and a
This is
wheel,
so great.
giant wheel. How long does it take you to upload a video, Ben?
15 minutes.
Wow, it's better than mine. Mine's 8 hours. It sucks. My download's killer, but my upload sucks.
8 hours to upload a video?
Terrible. It's been worse and worse. I don't know if it's my computer or what.
I've been able to, once I've edited my shit, like, I can usually render and get them uploaded within an hour to an hour and a half.
Wow. Yep.
That's quality.
I just want to see Bubbles, Miss Bubbles. There she is.
There you go.
Yeah, I've been jonesing to go to a real record store and really dig. It'd be so much fun. It's been a
Well,
long
Marty,
time.
why don't you come out to Seattle, take it to Daybreak,
That'd be killer.
and then we can go over to Zion's Gate and you can talk shit to Steven.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, that Creation Records, that fucking sucked, didn't it?
Is he still doing that?
No, dude.
I went to some store out there and the used section was fucking mind-boggling. It was like my collection for $7 a piece.
Is that probably every day? I would guess it was everyday records.
It was huge.
Was it Capitol Hill?
Yeah, and it was just like one block over from another record store that was like a lot of world music, kind of experimental stuff.
I think that's probably everyday music. Everyday music is in that like location where it's like everyday music, Zion's Gate, and then there's another place called Wall of Sound.
Yeah.
Wall of Sound is like known for being like selling like experimental world music, like weird shit that like only a niche amount of people are gonna buy.
Yeah.
And, like you walk in there and it's like the dude like you know that like that is dude's the guy has an income from somewhere else because there's no way that he's making ends meet with that record.
Unless
store.
he's selling the shit on the internet, because a lot of that noise stuff is like low quantity and limited edition, handmade type shit. You know, maybe if you get that in when it first hits, you know, it gains value over the years.
Yeah,
that was a really interesting store. I think I bought more at that Wall of Sound than Lionsgate or the other one. But like seeing it all curated made it all seem really interesting, and I really wanted to hear what some of the stuff. A fucking clue what 99% of it was.
I found a lot of gems in Wall of Sound. I haven't gone in there in a long time just because like a lot of it doesn't cater to what I'm listening to right now.
Yeah.
The last time I went in there, I found like some like cross-stitched eyes and fucking dreadlords, which was cool. That was a cool find. But yeah, he's got a lot of cool shit in that store, man. It's one of those stores. It's like right next to a tattoo parlor. So like most of his traffic is like people killing time waiting for like their tattoo appointments. It kind of sucks, I guess. But like I said, I'm certain that that's not his primary source of income because there's no way he's making ends meet at that store. Like the fact that it's still open kind of boggles my mind because that's like. That store is a Seattle mainstay. Like it's been in something like 4 different locations at this point from when I remember starting to go record shopping back when I was young. It's in like
you're still young.
Spot. I'm still young.
Forever young.
This white beard says a lot of the opposite of that statement.
Not all of us can
He
be
looks
beautiful
younger
like
than me. He
Simon.
doesn't have a fucking hair on his head that isn't white. How is that working out? I gotta take a piss.
Rock a piss.
I got my Larry David haircut going on right now.
Oh, I got my Gallagher fuck the bozo hair going on. Hence the hat.
I just flung my hat across the room. I don't know where it went, so I guess I'm hatless for the rest of this duration. As long as I can fucking hang, I'm gonna have another fucking. I've almost drank this whole thing.
Oh,
Me too. I'll have one more shot with you. I'm not doing another one because I don't want to feel like a goddamn dumpster fire tomorrow.
I gotta work in the morning, man. I'm all for feeling like shit tomorrow. Come on, let's do it.
it's
Cheers,
a party
bro.
night, isn't it? Everyone's celebrating. Perfect excuse. I'm glad I didn't take one of those.
Say,
Oh god, it's like you could spend $4 more for the Jack Daniels, which is a way better, but it's like $4, man. I
Royal
could buy.
Crown was a good one to get, or Jameson. That shit's really good, but
Yeah, but that's
Jameson's
even
good.
more expensive than the Jack.
it's better. The more you spend, the better it is. The smoother it is.
Oh god.
Yeah, whiskey's one you've got to spend a little bit on. You can't get the dollar store whiskey. You've got to. The Jameson's good with coffee,
I
good
mean,
Irish coffee.
Right.
I got the Jim Beam. I almost went with the Rich and Rare, which was about $2 cheaper, but I was like, Rich and Rare is a little too ghetto for even me. Not that I'm opposed to like repping the fucking ghetto liquor, but
Hey, Wordvert, that Garo Guri Giga. Is that project still going? I remember that like a thing for a while.
Cheers,
Is that right?
Marty.
Blueberry. We're hipster tier twins. La Croix.
I'll just pretend.
You're
Sure.
so responsible, Simon. So
What-
responsible.
But here's the thing. What time is it in fucking Melbourne right now?
Well, I'm in Sydney, but Melbourne's the same as us. I think the entire
It's
East Coast is on
Melbourne.
the same time zone. at the moment.
Melbourne. It's not Melbourne. It's Melbourne.
So what
Melbourne.
time is it in Sydney currently?
It is 6:05
PM or
They're
PM.
4 days
yeah.
ahead of us.
PM?
Yeah, it's 2021 at the moment. Yeah. I've got a tip off. It's the kids' shower and bedtime. But if you're going in an hour, I'll jump back on.
Probably.
Good.
Oh,
I'll
good.
have a beer then.
Simon. Have a good
All
one.
right, see you guys.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm an idiot. I couldn't, remember offhand where exactly he lives. I've appreciated just getting to know Simon and getting to understand that he lives in a city that isn't, the desert with kangaroos everywhere. My dumb American ass. But he's shown us where he lives on the map. Like he's surrounded by a national park, which means that shit's nearby. Yeah. Fucking pizza, all cheese. What are you eating, man? Pizza. Nice. I bought a can of Lay's Stacks potato chips, which is like the Lay's answer to Pringles. Yeah. The sour cream and onion variety. But I ate too much for dinner. I don't feel like I should eat anymore right now. Even though
I'm gaining all my weight back, I need to get back on the keto again.
I fucking downed most of this fucking bottle of fucking Jim Beam.
Is that a pint?
Yeah.
Well, shit, mine's a fifth. God damn it.
You're not drinking a fifth.
This is a fifth.
Well, fuck, Marty. Pound it. Pound it.
This is 7 point. Yeah, this is 750 milliliters. This is a fifth. Motherfucker, I'm stupid.
I'm drinking 375 milliliters, my friend.
That's a sissy drink. You know what we need right now, Ben? We drop some more sexy poetry on us. I think we're ready for it. I think my ass can take it.
Okay, we'll get to it. You know what's a band though that I'm surprised hasn't gotten like pulled back from obscurity is Darth Vader's Church.
Well, I've got.
You guys remember that band?
I have Descendant Upheaval on CD.
I don't know that band. I don't know what you're talking about.
Does that shit hold up or what? Because I remember, stupid fucking name, of course. But I remember it fucking being ripping as hell.
I mean, when I think of Star Wars themed black metal, I just think of that first Von Dur record. Like, really, like.
So this is a thrash band from Florida. 89 is their debut. And I remember it being pretty fucking ripping and good. I just haven't listened to it in forever.
Darth Vader's Church, Descendant Upheaval. This is not black metal. This is death metal, like really grindy death metal.
I don't see anything resembling Darth Vader on that album art.
Right.
Or there.
No.
Where's Darth Vader? Nope, no Darth Vader.
They're really crusty death grind.
Huh. Dreidel of filth.
Dreidel of filth.
Yeah, like I don't see any other references to anything Star Wars.
There's that fucking black metal band from Seattle called Hoth, which was all like Star Wars. Like, I mean, Hoth is the ice planet in Star Wars.
I remember Sean Count Blagger talking about those guys.
They were actually pretty good. Local band for me. Not the best, but pretty good. Pretty good.
Weird. This is like distributed by Steamhammer. SPV and Manufacture Sound Output Company. This came out in 1989, the year I graduated high school. So this is early shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Simon says Hoff's logo is a TIE fighter. Fucking amazing. Which is true. Hoff's logo is a TIE fighter. They've got like 3 records.
Putting the kid to bed while still in the chat.
Because they're so beautiful. We're addictive.
I can't quit you. It's weird because there's like a whole scene out here, and I'm not really aware of any of it. Like, I'm not aware of any of like the death metal coming out of fucking Seattle or Olympia or Portland, beyond like the obvious shit like Cerebral Rot, which is, that band fucking rules, and I'll buy anything they put out. But I'm not aware of like much of the black metal scene or the death metal that's coming out of here. I just pick up on shit like a few years after it's already out.
I feel like I keep discovering a new band and they're good, and I go, where are they from? Oh, Portland.
Yeah.
I've been having so much fun. Every day I'm on fucking eBay and in the thrash tapes looking for cheap gems that I may have missed from back in the day. It's been kind of fun. I'm pissed when there's only a couple new, you hit the recent arrivals. It's like, oh, there's only 3 new tapes in here. This sucks. I want someone to dump a bunch of shit for cheap, but everybody's starting with their old thrash tapes. Hit up this old fat bastard.
I usually
sent you a bunch of my collection.
When I do like a real tape order on eBay, I typically go to one of my Polish sellers.
See, those don't feel real to me, although I know they are. I mean, but they're kind of boots, aren't they?
No,
they're not boots. They're official releases for Poland.
Not always boots. Yeah, I mean, it depends on the seller. I've picked up a fair amount of boots, but like I also pick up like legit shit. Most like I've got one guy that I buy from most frequently from Poland, and his inventory is fucking ridiculous. Like, it literally, like, if I want to look through his inventory, it takes me a good maybe an hour to like scan through everything that he's got up there.
This is your secret dealer, right? You've talked about this guy in the past. Your secret dealer.
I mean, you know, all you got to do is search for something on eBay and like
He's on there.
look for a Polish seller, and you might find the guy that I fucking buy from usually. But I'm not going to be that guy that like, oh, it's this is the seller name. Like, I'll tell you guys in private, but I'm not going to say it on a stream or in a video. I'm not going to fucking kill my honey hole, you know?
Hey, that's coming later on one of Ben's poetry sessions.
Oh,
All right, this will probably get rid of some subs.
Well, here we go. I can't wait.
This one is called The Invitation. He
Shucks,
placed
kids,
his hand. All right, set up for a couple people. I'm working on a XXX rated poetry book due out 2021. Here's an excerpt. You're welcome. The Invitation. He placed his hand inside mine, and I accepted. He invited me to place my hand upon his chunky buttocks, and I accepted. I had never known his name, and we weren't even friends on Facebook. But all of a sudden, like an eagle striking down from the thunderous skies, my tongue was inside of his bottom, and he accepted. I invited him to sit on my chest and wiggle around like a raccoon in a trash heap, and he gladly accepted. The punchline comes at the end, Marty. You got to hang on.
I can't.
He then invited me to have a look around inside of his wet mouth, and I accepted. All of a sudden, I found myself inside of him, and he accepted. A man I barely knew just moments ago invited me to embrace his lovely body, and I RSVP'd into his mouth.
Oh,
It's
man.
going to be a good book.
It's gonna be good. Is there
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited.
Is there pictures?
So I've got an illustrator working with me on it. And I told him, like, remember how the Playboy centerfolds would have like little questions that they would answer, like, what's your dream date or favorite food?
Right.
And on the side, there would be like this little lady with sexy leggings hanging out in a martini
Yeah,
glass.
the comic lady, dude. Like the black and white comic lady. Yeah.
Yeah. So I told him, like, to make versions of that, but make them weird.
That's awesome. Yeah, exactly. That's what, yeah. So I floated this past Mr. Aaron, the metal theologian, as well as Philip, the chromium dioxide. This is my idea for my new series.
We need to get Philip on the fucking stream. Sorry, Eric. Just saying. I don't know how to get hold of him, but it needs to happen.
Facebook, man.
Technology, elderly.
Technology.
Anyway, you were saying, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
So this is my idea for my new series that I'm going to start doing. It's going to be called Fireside Readings with Eric, and it's going to be me wearing like real nice clothes, sitting in front of a TV playing a fireplace video, and reading chapters of really shitty, trashy exploitation books, with no context whatsoever. It's just going to be like a chapter, like it'll be like from the middle of a book or like the end of a book or like the beginning of a book, and I won't even say the name of the book. I'll just read. And that's my idea for a series. I think it's pretty genius personally. Like, I think it's going to be hilarious, but I don't know, we'll see. I haven't been getting any real engagement for like the new content, which is fine. I'm still having a blast doing it, but
that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Comments are annoying, anyways.
I like them. That damn video I did about the dark side collecting was. I didn't know how to process that. It's like people like unloaded. I mean, I basically unloaded in that stupid video, but a lot of people just like did the same thing, but in comments, I'm like, how am I supposed to respond to this? You know, I don't know how to respond to this, so I just didn't. A lot of them. If it was an easy, quick, easy one, I would do it, but too much.
Devin, you better buy a copy of my book when it comes out.
He's gonna.
Well, I'm gonna buy it.
I'm gonna buy
So
it.
this guy's a killer illustrator, and he's gonna do like the cover and then a couple of maybe full page illustrations throughout it, and then just like little adornments here and there. It's gonna be called Sexual Bed Poems for the Nighttime Adult at Night.
And Amazon is going to sell this. Well, they're going to be able to sell this.
They do some publishing kind of stuff where you can just upload your book and order like printed copies of it, and you can sell it on your own only, or I think you can sell it through them, giving them a cut. I need to look more into it, but that's the skinny on it.
Yeah, buy a pervert book or buy a record. Yeah, it's like your hard drive is probably filled with all sorts of crazy shit.
No,
Devin.
Oh, his is, yeah. I mean, streaming weird shit's the way to go.
Like an eagle from the sky, I descended. And he accepted.
There you go, Marty, you lazy fuck.
What's his name? Philip?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, don't give it away.
You said it. You already said it.
I sent it to Marty.
No, you said it. You said his name.
Yeah. Well, anybody who can fucking watch a YouTube video can figure out his actual name.
Yeah.
I'm fucking retarded. I'm not even gonna. What the hell? What's your name? What is this? Enter the name you use in real life.
Where'd my book go? This is the messiest fucking pile of garbage I sit in. Well, I gotta do something about this. Honestly, now that Joe Biden is gonna be president, it makes me want to just like clean out the house, start a new life. The next 4 years are ours. It's like a whole different mindset. I know it's different, but honeymoon day one.
I'm still like in that mindset where like Mitch McConnell's still fucking a thing. So like there's that part of me that's like Mitch McConnell's going to ruin everything for the next 4 years.
Somebody's asking me about the audio book. Look, you don't need an audio book version of a poetry book, all right? That's not something you need. But I'm going to do readings of 10 or so of the best poems. And the book will come with a Bandcamp download thing, and then you'll get both. So you'll get the spoken word poems and then the book with more.
And he's going to use his sexiest voice too to do this.
Oh yeah.
Or he's going to hire me to do it for him because my voice is fucking sexy. I'm just going to say it right now.
Fucking A right, man. Fucking A right. Shit.
Devin.
Getting back to the fucking Biden thing, if anything, Biden is old school enough and maybe, moderate enough that he might be able to work with the Republicans. They might listen to him,
Well, his vice president is basically a Republican, so
yeah. I don't know. I don't care. I just don't have to listen to that orange dip shit every day anymore. It'll be a fucking glorious thing.
Devin, have you ever heard of auto?
Heard of what?
It up. For Devin.
You broke up. I couldn't hear what you said.
Devin, have you ever heard of autocorrect?
Oh, right.
Correct. Not my present. He's not my present. My present is wrapped in foily paper with a frilly ribbon that I have to untie very tenderly in order to save so that my mom can wrap a present again next year.
So this is This is an inspiration for the book, The Motorcycle Betrayal Poems by Diane Wachowski.
Wachowski.
This book is dedicated to all those men who betrayed me at one time or another in hopes they will fall off their motorcycles and break their necks.
Yes. That's awesome.
Gold. It's so good. Yeah, I won't read any of those, but Inspirato for sure.
Inspirato.
Yeah, it looks like I'm drumming up some interest for it. I thought everybody would just be completely disturbed and disgusted. I've been working on it for a couple of years.
Right on.
I'll get like a stupid little idea and I just pull up my phone and add it to the thing.
Yeah.
And then every once in a while I'll just kind of sit down and be like, all right, let's flesh this out into a full thing with a punchline.
Let's
And
flesh
kind
that
of
out.
I just want to say, you know what rules? Here's some of the rules right here.
Blunts
It does rule.
universe.
The first album is even more rulier.
That's
I
true.
think I got rid of that cassette. Just because of the cassette.
Explosion, creator of expanding space, conquest father with the power to detonate.
It's a good tape.
Yep.
Wait, listen to the sound. Hold on.
Makes you feel like you're getting shit done.
Here we go. One more time.
It's pretty awesome.
Wait. Hold on. I don't know if you heard it properly the last time. One more time.
It's very satisfying, to be honest. All right, Eric Bauer. I'll have one more shot and finish off my fifth of brain death.
I'm gonna light this fucking doobie and fucking shits off the rails after that. Oh,
Such
I
a
need
good
that
album.
one. I need that tape. I need that tape bad.
It's so good.
What was that sound? That was a really killer sound.
What's that?
What was that little popping sound you had?
His
Is it
later.
Hold on. Wait.
Weird.
I do that. Like, I'll do that while we're watching a movie, and then I'll be like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
I have this manager at work. He's like, I got to be careful about talking about work, but he's like 26 years old, and he has one of those little like fidget box things where you like click your fingers around, and it's got a different thing on every side. And we're having a meeting, and it's kind of intense, and he'll be sitting over there like, dude, you're on fucking salary making way more than me. Knock it off.
Hey, PSDI at that Garden of Shadows. I might have the CD of that. If not, I may have sent it to Ben. Did I send you a Garden of Shadows CD, or maybe I sent that to Pat? I can't remember. I sent to somebody.
Hold on.
I only have a promo of their first album, I think. I found it in Chicago last year.
PSDI, where are you from? Where are you at? Where are you at?
Galesburg, Illinois.
Well, there you go. When you said from America, it made it sound like you weren't from America. Cheers, Eric Bauer. You sexy bastard.
Cheers.
Oh, fuck. Oh. That'd be the one.
You didn't send me this. I found this in Chicago about a year, maybe last year, for $1. Promo copy. These guys played Heathen Crusade, I think, the year that you and I were there.
Okay.
I didn't see them. I didn't even know who they were. I just pulled this out and I was like, huh, looks good. It's $1. All right. And it rules.
Yeah, it's good.
This must be the band he's talking about. I don't know if they did anything else.
Hold on.
Oh, by Peoria. I'm in Peoria pretty often.
I have to make Devin feel bad here in a second.
Always worth it.
Right? Okay.
I wish I could smoke weed. It makes me fucking so paranoid. Miserable. I have panic attacks on that shit. It's
You
terrible.
know what? Honestly, real talk. I don't really know much about it. I would ask Eric about it, but I bet you could go to a shop and say, it makes me paranoid and nervous. Do you have a strain that would not do that?
I think the last one I smoked was indica, which totally put me in a fetal position on a couch for 2 hours.
So
Maybe I need sativa.
Good.
Here's the thing. A lot of indicas induce what they call couch lock. Okay. So indica, in the couch.
Yeah.
The trick. So what you need to look for, Marty, for what I would recommend for you would be a hybrid indica sativa with some CBD, like a significant amount of CBD.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't get paranoid. You should just get like a giddy feeling of elation.
That would kill. I would love that shit because, like I said, it was fat camp. I mean, a bunch of my buddies were together, and of course, it was medical grade shit I was smoking with 2 lifelong professionals. All I wanted was a cigarette. No one had them, so I was like smoking toe to toe with these boys on their joint, and I had an out body experience. My fucking consciousness left my body. I was looking down on the conversation. It was stupid. It was so stupid. It sounds cheesy, like I'm making it up, but it was fucking weird. As soon as that happened,
Probably fucking salvia.
as soon as I did that, I'm like, fuck this. I went into the cabin and like curled up on the couch, and then all my limbs like felt like they were 500 pounds. I couldn't move. Then my arms went numb and turned to ice, and I was having panic attacks. And of course, everybody was in there laughing at me and taking pictures of me and shit. I'm like,
why is that a problem for you? Like, that's the kind of feeling I live for. Like,
oh, it freaked me out, dude. I know when I'm drunk, I know what to expect, but that shit, it just fucks me up so bad.
So, okay, yes. Where do you live? You're in Michigan?
Yeah, it's recreational is completely 1,000% legal here.
So you've got recreation. So, okay, if you would like to indulge in a little bit of the marijuana, go to your nearest shop and just say, hey, look, I'd really like to get into some of this, but this has been my experience. Okay. And this is one of the things. Bud tenders are like criminally underrated as far as like the service that they can provide to people in terms of like you telling them what you want out of marijuana and them being able to tell you what you should fucking look for.
Okay.
You should get. So if you say, I did this and I experienced this and I didn't like it, but I would like to get something that would make me feel this way, most good bud tenders will be like, okay, you need this, and they'll have something for you. I would say a hybrid with something that's like a little bit more CBD than THC probably be pretty good for you, actually. Like it makes your body feel good, makes your brain feel good. It doesn't make you feel paranoid.
Yeah.
When I first started smoking like regularly, I was smoking CBD, strictly CBD. So like anything that was say 10 to 1, so 10 parts CBD to 1 part THC.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. CBD, and the thing with CBD is that like CBD is not a mental high at all. CBD is strictly for the body.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you want
like ibuprofen,
right? Exactly. It's like really heavy duty ibuprofen. It's awesome.
Yeah.
But I've since at that point like I got so like just adjusted to every type of CBD that I tried. Now I'm just like I'm in the sativa zone, which was like this, like what I can't do. What makes me paranoid is indica, because indica is like it's more of a stimulant. I mean, it's not a stimulant because it's still fucking marijuana, but the psychotropic effects create more in your brain with sativas, and that's the shit that gets me paranoid. So, like, if I smoke a lot of indica or a lot of sativa, I'm like, I can't be alone with my thoughts. I have to lock myself in the bathroom in the dark for like an hour. But with sativas, I can just relax. And at this point, like, I'm at like kind of like a high percentage. So it's kind of funny because my better half, she just started partaking, and she gets baked really easily. And we'll share like a little bit of a joint, and like I'll keep going long after she stops. And she's like, "How do you do this?" I'm like, "Well, I have a medical condition." That's my excuse for everything. I have a medical condition.
Yeah. You know,
But
the first few times I smoked it, it didn't do anything. And everybody's like, "You're not smoking it right." I'm like, "Dude, I smoke cigarettes.
That's
I
usual.
smoke cigarettes." I'm like, you pull it into your lungs, you hold it there, and you exhale. I mean, how? It's not fucking rocket science.
If you didn't feel anything, you definitely smoked it wrong.
Yeah. Or I feel like when, usually the first time we smoke pot is when we're 17 years old or something. And
I didn't start till I was
the idea, the
older.
mentality of what you're doing just kind of overtakes any possibility of feeling relaxed enough to have it take effect. But I just looked it up, dude, and the closest dispensaries to you in Traverse City are like up in a White Cloud. So
To me?
might be a hike. Yeah.
No, there's like dispensaries opened up all over around town. Crazy. Everywhere. Yeah.
I just
There's
Googled it.
at least 10 within a 10-mile radius of us right
Yeah,
now.
dude.
It's booming.
Huh.
That's the business to get into. Like, I wish, because honestly, when pot became recreational in Washington State, like, for people to get in on it, they just had to pay a little bit of money to get a license or a permit to do it in Washington State to sell it. And they could take that to retail if they wanted. And for like a normal person, I guess it would be kind of a lot of money. But for me, I could take out a 10K or a 4K loan and I would have it.
Yeah.
And I wish that I had fucking gotten one of those licenses when it fucking became recreational in Washington State, because that shit, those people are making money.
Yeah.
And they're not doing it like in a way that exploits any people. And it's like a service that actually is beneficial to people, in my opinion. Like, like you hear a lot of people that just fucking talk about weed all the time. And I don't feel like I'm one of those guys, but I am one of those guys that would say weed is fucking legitimate medicine for a lot of people. For me, like, I've been able to stop taking 3 prescriptions since I started smoking weed, which is awesome because it means that I don't have to fucking take 3 different prescription drugs 2 times a day because of my fucking shit that I have going on. So in that respect, definitely weed is totally medicine, in my opinion. But I do think that it has properties that can beneficially affect anybody out there. It's like beer. Like you hear people say, "I fucking hate beer." And it's like, okay, you hate the beer that you've tried, but what beer have you tried? I've had like Budweiser and fucking Pabst and da 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 da. It's like, okay,
Goebbels.
Honestly, I feel like for anybody who imbibes, and there's people who don't drink, and that's fine. But for anybody who imbibes, there is a beer for you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, regardless of your taste, regardless of what you like and what you can tolerate, there is a beer for literally everybody out there. It's the same with weed. You've got to fucking determine what it is you want out of weed, and then you have to fucking connect with somebody who can make that connection for you, and that's a bud tender. bud tender, like I said, bud tenders. I feel like bud tenders are it's a more on the spot job than being a good bartender, even or a good sommelier. Like it's the same thing.
Well, this fat camp excursion, I mean, there's been fat camps in the past where I stood into a circle and took a couple puffs. I was good. I was fine. It was that one time it was super good weed, and I went and TJ's my buddy, he's in the Glorious Dead. He's like, dude, you smoked a lot of fucking weed. You smoked really powerful weed with veterans, and you went toe to toe with them on that fucking joint. No wonder you were fucked up, you idiot. And you should just taken a couple fucking puffs and been good. He's like, I've seen you do it in the past. It was fine. I'm like, yeah, I guess you're right. But man, it kind of scared me because I was fucked. I was like in the couch, and like I was having panic attack. I thought I was fucking dying. But it was weird. After 2 hours, I sat up. I went out to the fire and I felt fine. It was like a 2-hour period and it was gone. It was like the veil was lifted like quick.
Right.
What
Whereas
you described sounds so much like salvia.
I think a lot of the time also like people that are new to weed go too hard. Like they go too hard.
I do. I go hard.
Like I mean, it sounds stupid, but it's like, okay, so if you've never had alcohol before, probably the best thing to do is definitely not drinking an entire fifth of Bacardi 151. Like that's not a good idea if you've never had alcohol before.
And even if you
3
have,
words.
it's recovery is tough. The older you get, recovery is tough. It's something to consider.
Yeah. I mean, I would agree.
Oh, Ben's looking at his anal vomit record going, oh, yeah, sweet anal vomit.
Fucking just
Not only
cracks me.
that, but it's both on the jacket and the inner sleeve.
The guy was proud of that picture, man. He was proud of that picture.
It's like that fucking. Was that Profanatica fucking band photo?
Yeah.
It was funny. I interviewed John a long time, 100 years ago, and he was in that band for a minute. And he got out. He's like, man, I wasn't going to fucking go pose in the graveyard naked with my dick hanging out with all those guys.
All right. Oh, that reminds me. Devin, are you still in the chat? Devin, please respond.
Paging Devin in the chat.
What's up, Davis?
Oh, hey, Davis.
We're just looking at
Are you there, Devin?
we're looking at Ben's anal vomit LP over and over again.
Anal vomit? Dude, are you
What do you
guys
guys think?
the anal vomit?
Dude, so what do you guys think? These fucking photo sleeves, are they not just shredding my records to
I didn't
death?
realize it got so chilly in Brazil.
I've decided not to leave my records in these anymore. I'm going to replace them with those rice paper sleeves.
Whatever. Put them in the sleeve they came in. That's what they were made for.
No, they
Oh,
fucking
you-
scratch records up.
But my
Devin,
paper. It's part of it. It's part of the process.
Scratching up my records, yeah.
It's part of the process. I've
I
got
bought-
Kiss records that I had when I was fucking 7 that are all scratched. I know every scratch and pop on those fucking
They're
records.
not worth listening to begin with.
dude.
Okay, guy.
I fucking all right. I don't know where I got them. I'm pretty sure. Actually, I probably got them from Daybreak. But I have like this never-ending supply of inner sleeves. So anytime I get a record, whether it's I get it new or whether I get it used, if that record is in a picture sleeve, I take the record out of the picture sleeve and I put it into a regular inner sleeve, and I just put them both in the fucking record.
Yeah.
Enough.
Don't store your fucking records in a picture sleeve. It's not good.
Ben, send Davis a link if he wants to jump in. He's
You
a
want in,
stream.
David? I was just in his stream before I started this one up.
Jesus Christ, why did I drink Eric Bauer? You fucker.
What? Dude, what? I'm fucking sober, man. I could go drive my car.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's a great idea. You could go do some sweet boneless moves on your fucking skateboards.
I could right now. You want to see me ollie? Too bad. I'm not going to do it.
You go drop into a fucking pool right now.
They might as well fucking empty the pools here in this apartment, man. Make them useful for something. Here's a pool, but you can't go in it because COVID, which is a real thing.
No, listen, it's a lie. The radical left, China soon is going to have all the ocean water. The radical left is going to destroy our air. They're going to take away our freedoms. Oh my God, it's going to be, all the fraud because no one voted for me. Fucking
dude,
bad.
You told your voters to go in person, and they did. And those were the votes that got counted at the beginning. And that's why you only got 214 electoral votes, is because your fucking voters were stupid enough to go to the polls in person without masks, with no sense of irony whatsoever.
Whatever. Gotta be a winner. Gotta be a loser. It's the way the game's played.
You know who the loser is?
Yep.
It's us.
Oh, yeah.
Davis, I sent you a link on Instagram and I think Facebook. I can't tell if we're friends or not.
The 1% is the only people that run the government and win in all of this. The government throws us a bone once in a while to make us believe like we, the people. But it's really the 1% that runs this fucking show. It's the way it goes.
Well, it didn't work out that way this week, thankfully.
Biden's a career politician. I like the guy and I have high hopes for the guy, but he's still a career politician at heart. I mean, let's be honest.
Well, that's not really the point. The point is that the people chose not Trump, and the companies would have chosen to stick with Trump.
Absolutely. And the sad part is the fucking election should have been a massacre, is what it should have been. A fucking bloodbath is what it should have been, but it was scarily close. And that's just how fucked up this country is right now.
Yeah. Like 1,000 people voting for Donald Trump is a nightmare.
Yeah. It's like, what the fuck?
Let alone, what was it, 7 million?
Wow.
7 million something.
I got family members that vote for Trump, and I love them dearly. And if people have varying political views, fine.
They're like, I voted for Trump because of his fiscal policies.
At least he speaks his mind.
Or he says what's on his mind. He said he's a straight talking guy, that guy. Or whatever. Fucking douchebag. Now the racists can go back in their little hidey holes.
His fiscal policies, they won't take money out of my bank.
Trump cares about me. He cares. He gives a shit about me in my trailer, my double wide trailer.
Double wide. I can't afford an Airstream, so I got this fucking Winnebago.
1972 Winnebago. Me and my 15 cats.
I hope
we stayed in the Airstream when we were in Seattle. We stayed in the Airstream for 2 weeks. I think
those things
pretty nice,
man.
Airstreams are nice, man.
They're high quality, like top of the line fucking camping. It's like you're in a German customized, stylized apartment or whatever. I don't know.
The people we stayed with had ran electricity out to the Airstream from their front porch as we were parked in their driveway, and they decked it out super nice. It was super fun. But the first night we were in there, Jillian stepped out to walk up to the house, and we were going to have some drinks with him. The first night we were there, and Jillian grabbed onto both sides of the doorway and then stepped into a puddle and completed a circuit. And I watched her get electrocuted in front of me in a fucking Airstream. Scared the piss out of me.
That sucks.
First thing she did, hey, Javis.
Yo.
What's up, Davis? How you doing, man?
Fried.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet y'all.
I've been enjoying your channel.
Thanks. Yeah, I
And
got.
I'm sorry, Eric got me drunk.
What? What about me?
Eric got me drunk. That fucking guy in Seattle.
How? Oh God! How did I get you drunk?
I don't know. It's your sexy. It's your sex that's got me drunk. Woo! and Ben's poetry.
I got a lot of fucking piping hot bile just ready to go, like right here.
And I'm kind of sad that I'm out of whiskey. Anyway, how are you, Davis?
Good. Just was streaming on my channel for a bit.
Awesome.
You know, talking to other vinyl nerds and.
Perfect.
Yeah, just hanging out.
Who was Buzzy? You were calling him something else? Was it Buzzy?
Stunty? Long
No,
hair,
I know him.
Swedish guy? Oh,
No, I know
Mazzy?
him. Mazzy, yeah.
Yeah,
Does he have a channel?
He has he talks about like classic rock and shit. It's not really my bag, but you know.
Yeah.
He does it.
I thought about giving him a sub. Sometimes I'll just like subscribe to someone and they'll come up in my feed twice a week and it'll take me like 6 months to decide, all right, okay, I'm going to bite in on this one.
See, I normally just unsub people. Like, you know, if I like them as a person, but I don't like their content, like, big deal. I'll just unsub them, you know. But
yeah.
But
I'll subscribe to people just because I want to support them, but I don't necessarily watch.
Yeah. Oh, he's fine. I think he has as many subscribers as you do. All you metal bastards have 1 million subscribers.
But the funny thing is, we have a lot of
day.
subscribers, but there's not that many people watching our videos.
Do we?
Yeah, y'all got thousands, don't you? I'm gonna go over to both of y'all's channels,
Yeah.
Marty and.
I got about 2,500.
That's a lot. I got
I've been
500.
doing it for like 50 fucking years.
I just hit. What did I just hit 2K? I think I just hit 2K.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I was over on I was on a couple other metal channels, and they all had like 12,000, 10,000. Like what?
Yeah, it's
fuck?
crazy.
Yeah, I got to start making more metal videos.
Who are these people?
I don't even make metal videos anymore. Well, I guess that quarantine update, there was a little bit of metal in that video.
The quarantine update, did I miss something?
Yeah, like 5 videos ago or something like that.
Well, no, I saw it then. All right, we're good.
Marty, do you watch my channel anymore?
Yes, even the movie stuff, I enjoy it. Even though I will probably never watch any of the movies you're talking about. Yeah.
Why would you never watch something that?
Because I'm not a movie guy unless it's sci-fi or I don't know. I'm a sci-fi dork.
Dude, every movie that I've talked about so far has been sci-fi.
No, it hasn't. You had like the Cannonball Run movie with from the 70s and
Cannonball Run? No, dude, I did not.
Bullet. I'm sorry, Bullet. The Bullet wannabe movie.
No, Bullet wannabe. Bullet fucking sucks. Vanishing Point. Vanishing Point.
Vanishing Point. That's right.
Smoke weed.
Davis, your black metal band. I've heard you talk about it, but what is the name of it? I've never caught that part of it.
Godwhacker. All one word.
Godwhacker.
Yeah. GODWHACKER. It's free jazz black metal, all improvised black metal. Yeah.
I'm gonna check it out.
We're about to record another project, and we're gonna try to press it on vinyl.
Right on.
Yeah. It's really raw black metal. So of course y'all are into metal, but no one on my channel. Everyone's like, yeah, I'll give it a go, because it's pretty abrasive. I liked it. I really like how it turned out, but yeah.
So it's like jazzy black metal. So there's a bit of a noise element to it too, that you would say.
Yeah. So it's all improvised, and then we have like trumpet, sax, a few instruments like that in it.
Whatever pint size, half stack.
Talk shit,
But
Marty.
no one, if anyone in this metal stream sees it.
But yeah, I've got some there.
Oh, Ben's cutting out.
Yeah, he's kind of like on a Max Headroom connection.
But yeah, if anyone sees this, don't go buy my tape, because I don't want to have to make more tapes. So
Why?
Because I'm just too lazy. I never intended to sell it, and then people were buying it on Bandcamp, and I was like, oh fuck, I've got to ship to these bastards now. I've got to ship my tape out. Did you get a tape?
Just take them off.
I did. I put sold out on there.
No.
Yeah. I'll send you one just because.
Okay.
But yeah.
No, I appreciate these needles. I'm gonna.
I feel bad they didn't come in.
Thank you for your gift of broken shit, Davis.
Yeah. I sent him these cartridges, and as I packed them, I thought, I don't know if these are gonna make it. And I told him, I said, Ben, I don't know if these are gonna make it through shipping. Please don't get excited. And then sure enough, he's like, yeah, they were fucking broken, dude.
How they get broken? I mean, are they?
I guess I packed them shittily. I don't know. I just put them in bubble wrap and then just.
I don't understand it. You'd think you would have plenty of clearance. Here I am, probably re-smashing them.
Yeah. Well, those little needles on the end of them. If you don't have a guard, it'll those things will snap easy.
And if they're not lined up perfectly right, it'll fuck up your records too. To be honest.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to save them a little money,
this one's okay.
but yeah.
Do they both sound bad, Ben?
You said they both sounded real crackly and nasty.
Well, maybe if you're listening to anal vomit on there, that's the fucking problem.
No, he said his old cartridge worked.
This anal vomit isn't as clear as I imagined it would be.
But so here's what I figured out. I had never unscrewed this from my record player before. I had never even seen this end of my needle. So apparently all I really need to buy is this little thing.
Yeah, the stylus.
Oh yeah, Ben. Yeah.
You guys were asking me questions about the cartridge and the needle. I'm like, I just thought I needed a needle. I don't fucking know.
Yeah. If you just find the replacement part for that, use your old stylus and just use the old cartridge, but buy a new needle, like you said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All this technology.
Get an ortophone.
I remember when I was a kid, I had those fold-out record.
Put it in your video.
Sorry.
So the first time that way back when I had a record player, and my record player started playing my records all fucked up, and somebody's like, "Dude, you need a new needle." I'm like, "What? I have to change the fucking needle?" I had no idea. No clue. No clue back then.
Someone said something the other day, and I was like, that makes a lot of sense. Someone said, there's so much shit that can go wrong with analog playback with record players. It's so kind of amazing that any of us get it to work the right way. I was like, yeah, that's true. You can fuck up so much, you know.
You can. And hearing that now, I mean, when I was a kid, I had that fold. It's like a carry-all record player, and then like the turntable part folded down. Put your records on, and you put like tape quarters to the fucking needle, to the arm.
Dude, I had a nickel. I had a nickel taped to mine forever.
Yeah. And they say, a record's life, every time you play it, it takes a little bit of time away from your record. I've got records I've had since I was 7, and I'm old, and they sound like balls, but they still fucking play,
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, they last a lot longer than what the audio files will fucking, tell you.
Yeah, YouTube's full of bullshit.
Yeah.
I've got that fucking...
My thing was just that I bought a new preamp for my record player for the first time ever last summer, and I was like, holy shit, this is a lot better. Maybe it's worth it to now buy a new needle. We'll see if that's worth throwing $50 at. And then I was like, well, $175? I don't know.
Well, you can pay whatever you want for that shit. I mean, you could buy garbage, or you could buy top of the... I mean, there's a huge financial swing in like anything with that stuff. You can pay whatever you want on there for a turntable or the stylus,
And then you go down the rabbit hole.
And Ron gave me the record player, and it's really nice. So,
yeah. What record player?
And I don't really want to get into that. I also bought new speakers this summer. A modular component system MC5.
I asked you what record player was, like I knew all of them or something.
I have a Riga RP1, and I went to this like hi-fi store kind of close to where I live, And I walked in, and I'm like, I suddenly realized when I walked into the store, I'm like, this place is like way more high end than I have any need to be, like, ever. And they're like, what can we help you find? I'm like, oh, I need a record player that's better than this Radio Shack shit that I've been fucking listening to for however long. And they're like, oh, okay, well, let's take you to some of these record rooms. And so they had like legit rooms.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
art deco furniture.
Yeah, with furniture. With like there was a couch that you could sit in the middle of like listening to speakers. And they had literally like each room was a different brand. So like they had their like Riga brand, and they had their Opto brand, or whatever the new brands are.
And then you can get up to like $15,000 a turntable and shit
right.
like that.
So I'm like, okay, what? I'm looking for. They go, what do you, they asked what I was listening to, and I'm like, I'm listening to fucking death metal, dude, and like fucking black metal, like. And they're like, oh, well, what kind of, like, how high of audio like file are you looking for? I'm like, I listened to shit that was probably recorded on like 8-track in like a basement.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm ready to drop about $150.
And they're like, so they took me to the Riga room.
Let's get you some champagne, sir.
I wish. Oh my god, that would have been amazing. And they're like, well, check out this record player. And they play the record, and I'm like, that sounds pretty fucking great. How much does the record player cost? And they're like, they told me the price. I'm like, that's not too bad. And they're like, well, you could upgrade to like this one. And so like the next step up, like with Riga, you can get their base model, which is, it's not cheap, but it's not expensive. And then the next model up is like a $500 jump.
Yeah, they
And
go
I'm
up
like,
quick.
why is this record player $500 more? Oh, well, we balance the tone arm, and we put this padding underneath where the tone arm's centered, and then you get a ceramic disc platter instead of the plastic one, and a flannel player mat instead of wool. So it's worth it.
Cork.
I'm like, dude, I'm listening to fucking lo-fi shit. Give me the cheapest fucking record player in this fucking place. And it still wasn't cheap, but
whenever I get a new turntable and I read the instructions on how to set up the fucking arm, after I do it and it works, I feel like I'm like an engineer for NASA.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, I'm so sophisticated.
Well, see,
that's my turntable.
That's one of the reasons I went to Riga, is because they don't have a weighted tone arm. So you don't really have to calibrate it at all.
So it's cheap shit then is what you got. It's like when I was a kid with the flop down fucking shit.
It's still a $400 record player, man.
Man, Eric, the giant water bottle.
Huh?
I got a fucking cold, dude. I'm trying to wash that shit out.
Hydration.
I made a joke video where I made fun of other metal YouTubers, and one of my gags in it was that I had a 64-ounce bottle of water, and I took like a tiny block.
You should have got a 55-gallon bucket. That would have been fucking hilarious. Like,
who drinks the gallon water in the metal
lot of
YouTube?
people do.
Oh, do they? Damn, I fit right in then.
These fucking gym short kids that show off bolt thrower LPs.
Hell yeah. I need to get my bolt thrower out.
Fuck yeah.
Gym short kids.
It was kind of maybe like a dick move, but it was.
There was a jazz channel I was watching the other day, and this guy was like, I don't really like, he was talking about how he didn't like the jazz vinyl community. He was like, I think I'm going to defect to the metal side. I think I'm going over. I'm just going to show my metal LPs from now on.
I think the passion is there in all the genres. It's just, I think metalheads are a little more lemming about it. Lemmings. I don't know.
I find I either really love the people in the metal community, or then you have that problem with like the white fucking supremacist bullshit that I'm not interested in.
No, they're all out there. They're out there, of course. It's just like they've all been emboldened by our dipshit president. So
Yeah.
but they'll go back in their hidey hole soon enough. Hopefully.
Maybe even worse though is the fucking old men in the jazz vinyl community that like to sort of disregard any sort of understanding of like the political implications of jazz. So they're like the old white dudes that think that jazz is like American classical, and they don't really want to discuss anything outside of that. That shit's annoying too.
Davis, have you seen Aaron the Metal Theologian's channel?
Yeah, I love his channel. In
Your
fact,
fucking channel is so good. It's so good.
Yeah, I told him the other day I was going to send him some Sun Ra stuff, and I told him to send me his address, and he said he would, and he never did. And I was going to get his address from Autumn at This Machine Kills Music.
I might have it.
I was going to send him an angry letter, tell him he never sent me his fucking address.
I might have it. Hold on one second.
Yeah, email it to you, and I can send him an angry note with his Sun Ra records. Yeah, I love it.
Are you sure that he doesn't already have the ones you're going to send him? Because he has a
separate
section.
Yeah, I know. I said, hey, do you have these 2 LPs? And he said, no. And I said, well, send me your address. And he said, okay. And then just never did. So I was going to get it from somebody else and send him the LPs, tell him he's a bastard. But I love his channel, but I don't know half the shit he's talking about, all that private press metal and stuff.
Yeah, he listens to a lot of like new wave, new album shit. But yeah,
I love his commentary on the Jesus metal too.
Oh yeah,
he gets into
fucking Jesus metal, man.
Yeah, I love his channel.
What?
I'm not seeing his address in the chat.
I'm not seeing his address on my shit either, which is weird because I have sent him packages.
I have it.
I'll get it from Autumn. It's no big deal.
I've got it somewhere.
Fucking what the fuck? Why don't I have it? I don't get it unless I'm spelling his name wrong.
Oh, you know who else on the metal side of things I've really loved lately was that Chromium Dioxide channel with all the puppets and shit.
So good. It's so good.
Dude, the production that he puts into those videos, man.
Yeah.
He's got sets built, like all the miniatures and shit.
Yeah.
Crazy. All the time he's put into it.
Yeah, that channel's awesome. Of course, he's
I
talking
sent him
about
an invite
bands.
to this stream. He's gonna come on a stream someday. He hasn't seen my message for this
Who,
chat
Chromium
yet.
Dioxide or Aaron?
Chromium Dioxide.
Aaron's
Yeah.
been on before.
I guess he used to run a zine or something. Yeah. Looked pretty cool.
Yeah. This is like an extension of his zine or something, and cannot figure out how to buy that magazine for the life of me. I've told him your website doesn't work, your Facebook is busted. Huh?
Is it still available?
He does a video about the new issue of it.
They put out 4 issues, and they had to put out, I think, the 2nd or the 3rd and the 4th issue super limited or something like that. So it's not super easy to come by.
Maybe eBay.
Yeah, eBay, basically.
Man, I'm just not used to like not having access to stuff that I want. I'm usually like, okay, I'm going to support and buy it. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Like that Noxious Rune zine was really impressive.
That fucking Castillo puppet.
Yeah.
It's like $2,000.
What?
Oh, it's an actual puppet you can buy?
He just dropped the bomb and now he's recoiling.
So
in
I don't
fear,
fucking know.
Let the cat out of the bag.
It's a suspended
Right
puppet.
I still haven't
was-
spun this Noxious Ruin tape. Go ahead, Davis.
Oh, I was gonna say there's another metal zine that it was like during the early days of black metal. Y'all will know it better than I do. And he was around all those Norwegian black metal bastards putting out a zine forever, and they finally compiled it in like a published book that I want to get. I forget the name of the zine though.
Oh yeah, Slayer mag.
Slayer. That's right. Yeah.
You know what?
I have that.
Man, I think that was the right place, the right time, but I've got that book and I've read part of it and it's not good reporting.
Oh yeah, I doubt
it's so
it.
poorly fucking written. I think the charm of it is better than the
Content.
The charm and the bands he covered was a lot better than the content.
Yeah, that might be true.
The questions he asked weren't good. It's just like, oh man,
dude.
I can get it from my university library. I'll get them to send me a copy just to check it out before I buy it. But
right on.
I don't know what you're talking about, buddy.
Maybe it was just the early issues I read. I don't know, but yeah,
there it is.
Yeah, that's the one. I have that same book.
Just it didn't strike me as not as I know it's influential, but it just didn't do much for me.
Here's the thing. They're not well written.
No, they're not.
But here's the other thing. Were pit reviews well written?
No, they're terrible.
Were SOD reviews well written? Like, I don't think any of those other zines could boast that they were more well written than Slayer Mag. Like,
yeah, I mean, and also part of that I like that they compiled it is because, like, if anyone wants to work on because I work in academia, and if anyone wants to work on scholarship on black metal, it's an important thing to have it published rather than having to go and collect all of the zines individually.
Yeah,
you can like just get the book, and now I can study that content.
Especially with the Slayer stuff, because if you're trying to buy the individual zines,
yeah,
that shit's expensive, man. Like,
it'd be a nightmare. Yeah,
it runs. I looked into. There was a couple. I have the book, but I was interested in getting a couple of like the standard issues, and even on eBay, like like they're not like expensive, but they're not cheap.
Yeah,
like more than you want to spend on something that is that.
Like a like a Xerox zine. Yeah, it's a lot of
right.
money.
Yeah, exactly.
Even they were saying Marty's old zine Worm Gear was selling for $40 an issue on eBay this week.
That's crazy.
Damn.
Nuts.
I've been enjoying writing for Arcane Archivist. I'm writing 2 reviews, maybe more for the next issue, but got a little article in the first one.
What is it? It's like an online or a print?
Oh yeah, I got my copy of that shit.
It's called Arcane Archivist.
Okay, I'll look it up.
Hell yeah.
I think they did 100 copies and it sold out in half an hour, and then another 100 sold out in another half hour. But there's another issue coming up.
Oh, they have an Instagram page.
Oh yeah, that dude has amassed like, I don't know, what is it, 12,000 followers, 15,000 followers?
Yeah, 13.1.
2 months or so of just posting old school black metal stuff.
That's Okay, so what are you reviewing for it? Is it new stuff or old stuff?
So on the first one, I just did like a article kind of deal about a couple of different musicians. It was like written as if it were written in 1995. But for the next issue, I'm going to write a review of an album from 95 and then a newer release from 2018, I think. So sometimes it steps back and kind of pretends to be from that time period, but the interviews. Newer bands like Worm, got Dothemsgard, Stormkeep, Bazazaza, Over.
There was this another book that came out that was talking about, like, I guess it would be after sort of second wave, after the Norwegian black metal shit. It was a book like focused almost on any black metal scene outside of the Norwegian scene. So it would have been like Greece, America, stuff like that. But it's kind of rare. I forgot what the book was called. I ended up having to get it from my university, but I just checked it out. I had to give it back to him, but it was pretty cool too. In fact, I got in contact with one of the distributors, the cassette distributors in the book, had his email in there, and I emailed him and I said, hey, I know you're not running your he would put out all these rare European black metal tapes to Americans, like real cheap copies, real like, you know, just real cheap shit. And I said, hey, do you have any tapes? And he said, dude, I've got hundreds of fucking tapes, thousands. So if you just send me, I just ordered in bulk from him for a while, and he was sending me all these raw black metal cassettes. I forgot the name of the distributor. Yeah.
Huh.
Weird shit. Hold on, I'll grab a couple of them.
I know Eric said he's still got a lot of old dead stock from his distro. Teutonic Satan. I really like that name for a distro label.
Let's see. It's I'll find the name of the distributor. I thought he had his name on here. Maybe not. I can't even fucking read the name of this band. Unholy Crucifix, Morbid Edifice. I can't read the name of this one. Autumn 2004. Drowning the Light and Evil. But yeah, he was
Drowning
distributing
the Light?
all these like they're just cheap cassettes, and he was sending them out to like Americans on a subscription and stuff. So yeah, I just emailed him and I was like, hey dude, I want some of these. And he said, yeah, I've got thousands, so just send me money and I'll send you this box. And I said, please avoid any of the Nazi bullshit. And he said, dude, I can't promise you that, because I'm just gonna dump a bunch of tapes in a box and send them to you. So some of I've given away some over the years. But
Hey, Devin, no, Jeff Wagner interviewed Quorthon for that interview. It was unpublished, and he just put it in Worm Gear. I published it in Worm Gear. Great interview, by the way. So, yeah, it wasn't me.
Yeah.
Wait.
Explosive Action said Drowning the Light is Australian.
Yeah. I've got way too much Drowning the Light. Way too much. There's a couple of really good albums, but a lot of it sounds the same.
I don't even know him.
I think he's a sketchball too, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, that's why I said when I told that guy to avoid that shit, he said I can't promise you. So I have no idea any of these bits. Some of them had obviously sketchy shit on it, so I knew. But then some of them you can't tell. Let's grab a couple more.
Right. It's not like, warning, this is sketchball. Some anti-fascists may find this stuff disagreeable. Consume at your own will.
Let's see. Dethroned Christ. I don't know if y'all know that band.
No.
Sounds great.
Antichristus, The Fallen Idols.
Mm-mm.
No?
Huh.
Man,
all right, we're striking out here.
You're going deep.
Yeah, you're into deep. This is some deep basement dwelling shit here.
Best of Four is like New Zealand fucking death metal.
Yeah, it's not all black metal.
It's like New Zealand death doom. Best of Four is actually really great.
Mons Veneris, The Last Twilight of Existence.
I really like Mons Veneris. That's some of the rawest stuff I've ever heard. And he did an experimental album that was totally bizarre and avant-garde.
But yeah, when I order it was like, it's like gambling. So I don't know what I'm gonna get. But
so it's like a surprise box or something.
Yeah. He's just like, send me this much money, I'll put you a box in the mail and see what you come up with.
That's kind of fun. When you're dealing with that kind of stuff, unless it's a metalhead box where you're getting, some labels dead stock.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was following some metal channels that had subscriptions to that shit. Who was it? I'm trying to think of a big metal YouTuber. He used to open it all the time.
Is it the Black Metal Werewolf?
No.
Scourge of Vinyl?
I don't remember. I don't subscribe to him anymore, or he stopped.
Scourge of Vinyl?
Maybe.
Metal Viking 82?
No, I don't know. I forgot there's so many of y'all.
Runner JMA?
Does he get them too?
Actually, I don't think Josh has ever opened a fucking metal box.
Josh has
it was Scourge of Vinyl. Scourge of Vinyl.
Yeah, Scourge of Metal.
7,000 subs.
He doesn't even
That-
do it anymore.
Which is crazy to me because he was doing Instagram way before YouTube.
That could be why he's got so many fucking viewers. And
Probably.
monthly sketch box.
Monthly sketch box. The shit that didn't sell from the metal distributors. Yeah.
I did a video where I totally ripped off. I just ripped on the whole metalhead box.
Meat
And then,
box.
like, a couple days later, she messaged me and was like, "Hey, are you interested in a free box?"
And you're like, yes, send me
Like,
that shit.
I'm sure you probably saw what I just uploaded. Sorry.
Would you like a fucking metal fidget spinner?
Yes.
There was a guy. This is like one of the most classic moments since I've been doing YouTube. Guy opens a metalhead box and he pulls out a blasphemy shirt, and he says, "Oh, Bathory."
Oh, it's that one guy, that one crazy dude.
Cringiest fucking moment.
Fucking
That was just a
Bathory.
commercial for metalhead box.
I finally completed, speaking of metal stuff, coming from the guy with a bunch of jazz records behind him, I finally got all Bathory's first, up till Hammerheart. What is that, first four?
Self-titled, The Return, Under the Sign of the Black Mark.
Yep.
Blood, Fire, Death.
Yes.
Hammerheart's the fifth album.
So yeah, I've the first five. After that, when you get in all that Viking metal shit, I hate it.
Oh, dude. Blood on Ice. It's so good.
All right. For your sake, I'll put Blood on Ice on my listen list, and if I don't fucking like it,
I'm gonna tell you right now. Don't even put on the list. Go to YouTube and listen to The Lake, and listen to The Wood Woman. The Lake is the best Bathory song ever made. It just is. And everybody's gonna think I'm stupid for saying that, but it's true. The Lake.
Right.
If that doesn't grab you, then don't buy the album.
You got all of them, Ben?
Not really. I don't fuck with like the bad era, and I don't have that Destroyer of Worlds one. I don't know. Is that worth getting?
It's got some good songs on it. It's got a song about hockey on it, which is really terrible. But the rest of the album's okay.
I only have Jubileum 1.
They're both good.
It actually took me quite a while to compile all the Bathory stuff. In my last video, I talked about them. They're like, I respect the fuck out of them. I just don't listen to them very much.
I wish I had more whiskey.
Those first few records are so fucking great.
They are.
Yeah.
And then Under the Sign of Black. Go ahead.
When I think about listening to Bathory, I think about Blood on Ice, Nordland, or Blood, Fire, Death, or Hammerheart.
Yep. Nordland albums are both good.
Blood, Fire, Death.
But they're all tremendous.
I mean, basically, he's ripping off Manowar with the Viking stuff. He even said it. Manowar was an influence.
Blood, Fire, Death for me, then fucking Requiem.
Who's that? Who's that?
I'm serious.
Really?
I fucking love Requiem, dude. I love that fucking
I think
record.
that the drum sound is probably the worst part of that album. That's why people turn their nose up at it.
Well, yeah. But
Hey, there's a Bolt Thrower LP. Maze of Torment's got Bolt Thrower.
Yep. For Victory. That's all you need.
That's all I got. That's
all I got. You need. It's not all you need. They're all good, but For Victories are my favorite for sure.
I still don't have Emperor's the fucking their second LP, the fucking purple one,
In the Nightside Eclipse.
Kind of.
Yeah. Yes, one of my favorite. I don't know the fucking name of it, and it was one of the albums that brought me into black metal. And I still don't have that shit. I saw they were finally repressing it soon, so I'll get.
Really?
Yeah.
First two are great. Well, I like the demo too.
I got the demo.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
Dude. What came after?
What's that? What's that whiskey dick?
You know what? Never mind.
I wish I had more whiskey.
You're probably going to say Nine Equilibrium was okay.
No. What was the fucking record after In the Nightside Eclipse? God damn it.
Anthems to the Welcome at Dusk.
That record rules.
It does rule. Totally rules.
That's like, okay. I love In the Nightside Eclipse. That record is amazing.
Written by 16-year-olds, by the way.
I know. That's one of the reasons why it's fucking amazing.
Jesus Christ.
But Anthems to the Welcome at Dusk is the record that the first Emperor record that like I was like, oh shit. This shit is fucking ridiculous.
Yep.
It's so intricate, it is so like
so complex.
Yeah, exactly. Complex.
You got
like,
the signed print there, Ben?
That record?
Yeah, I try not to rep Emperor because of the
Too Ben, keep rocking.
Yeah.
Good
fact,
luck
I
with
kind of
your
want to
sex
do a video
poetry.
talking about those fuckers. But yeah, I trumpet Eric when I first heard that record at age 17, it was like,
right?
What the fuck?
Because like, when I first heard, what was the record? For Jesus Christ!
Anthems to the Welkin at Dusk.
Right.
That one.
What the fuck's a Welkin? I don't even know what that is. Fancy shit. Fancy words.
When I first heard that record, like, I had been used to Neurosis, you know, for a point of reference. So hearing, like, the intros that Neurosis would do, like, on Souls at Zero or Enemy of the Sun or Through Silver and Blood, just kind of led me into the music that Emperor was making. And the thing that like I loved about the Anthems to the Welcome at Dusk specifically was the intros that they would do leading up to like the crescendo of when like the black metal would explode. Like, and that was what won me over. Like at that point, like it was just like those intros. I don't even want to call them intros, but lead-ins to the actual proper song is really what like made me a fan. And that's probably what fucking won me over to second wave black metal at that point.
That organ sound in their shit. I don't know if it's like some sort of synth or organ, like sounds like an old church organ or something in there. Someone, Maze of Torment said the Somber Lane was what I love. The Somber Lane. It's fucking sick. But you know, actually, now that I'm with a bunch of metal people, because I never get to talk about metal with all of my nerdy jazz friends. But what do y'all think about Enslaved's early stuff?
Frost rules. I love the two demos. The fucking was it Yggdrasil and
Yggdrasil? Ben's better with the Norwegian pronunciations. Is it Yggdrasil, isn't it?
Yggdrasil.
Oop, we lost Davis.
He's becoming a veteran of these streams.
Yep.
Yeah, I had to re-sleeve that shit. Yeah, like this record is a pinnacle of human achievement.
It is. It's fucking great. But still, I mean, listen to Nightside Eclipse. How catchy it is, how the song composition, the layering, and they're 16 fucking years old. I mean, 16 years old. I don't know what the fuck I was doing at 16 years old.
I accidentally exited out, but those pictures on the back of Frost are
so
fucking
good.
hilarious.
Yeah.
They're like Dungeons and Dragons nerds with their fucking the little whip and shit.
I love the pensive sky gazing with his fancy ass sword.
Yeah. It's fucking hilarious, dude.
I enjoy them, but there's a uncohesiveness to the first couple that it just doesn't. I don't get it.
Man,
But it's
Eld,
like-
the album Eld, really, I love that album.
Yeah.
That's my
Like,
favorite Enslaved album.
That's where it makes sense for me. But what
Yeah.
they were doing before that was really, really weird.
The drummer they had on that album was really great, and the drum sound was really punchy and strange. But man, it fucking added something to that album. I don't know what it was, but so good. And that first song is like a total nod to Bathory. You know, it's totally cool.
What about early Behemoth?
It's okay. The Storming Near the Baltic album, I enjoy that one. Kind of Emperor-esque.
I like Grom a lot. Like,
I don't ever listen to that band.
Behemoth gets a lot of hate, I think, from a lot of, and of course, I think I forgot about. They all do that. I feel like metal, you're just everyone's playing with Nazis and shit. But I feel like every time I talk to like a metalhead, they hate Behemoth. But I like some of the early like black metal sounding Behemoth.
I like the early stuff. And they matured into a very talented, amazing, great technical band, but I don't know. I don't really listen to them ever anymore, which is, I mean, there's a lot of bands I don't listen to anymore. It's not because of anything, but I think when you get I mean, you can all attest to this. You tend to listen to most the new shit you get in. You know, whatever you get in, that's kind of what's in your rotation. Unless you get hit. I mean, I've been hit with this fucking huge nostalgia thing lately where I'm just spinning, you know, shit that I loved as a teenager. I've been listening to a ton of Corner and old thrash just because that's my happy place, I guess. And it's just been kind of nice to get back into that route and feeling like I'm young again. But yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people that get a big, sizable collection, basically what you're listening to is the new shit you get in. You know?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing with me and metal. It's like, because like when I'm watching any of y'all's channels, it's like I still don't have the staples, all the metal, like the core that I want. So then I have to sit there and think, okay, do I want to buy that new album that Ben recommended, or should I just, like, if I don't have Night Side Eclipse, like I should probably just fucking buy that because I don't have that yet, you know. Whereas like jazz and shit, I have the basics, like that's done. So it's newer stuff that I'm listening to, you know, or weird shit, you know, down the rabbit hole shit. But with metal, I still have a lot of classics that I don't have.
And that's just the thing.
that
like metal, the classics are still just as relevant as the new stuff. I mean, it's the same in jazz. I mean, the old jazz classics are still just as relevant today as, you know, even maybe more so than the new shit. But, you know, metal's the same way. You know, it all progresses and moves forward, gets faster, gets more technical, whatever. But still, the early shit's still the shit that really has the fucking true heart of it. You know?
Yeah. I've got a
I would think that acquiring like the core collection of jazz stuff would be a never-ending pursuit.
This seems like that would be the case. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have. You know. Yes, you're right. I could keep going. You could feasibly spend your whole life there. I think. Yeah, that's true. I don't have everything, but Heart of
Me
Winter.
neither. I swear I'm still filling in stuff that I've meant to fill in holes for 20 fucking years. Just got Sinisters Across the Sticks last week.
So good.
I just sold a couple Immortal. You know, the only Immortal record that I kept though was I'm so bad with names. I can see the cover.
Is it blue, white, black, or?
It's the red. It's like one of their first.
Diabolical full moon mysticism.
Yeah. Do you see why I can't remember these fucking names?
I'm drunk. Sorry.
But yeah, you knew it. Yeah, that one. I kept that one. I sold Damned in Black. I sold Heart of Winter.
That's a good Heart of Winters. Ben hates that record, but that's a great riff album. Every riff on that album is pretty golden.
I think, well, one, I bought too much shit recently, so I had to sell some stuff. But I always just kept going back to Diabolical Full Moon Mysticism, so I let a couple go.
How is buying too much shit a bad thing?
It's a bad thing when Christmas is coming up and I got to buy gifts for other people.
Let me tell you a little secret, a little industry secret. Fuck Christmas. Fuck Jesus, fuck Christmas.
Yeah, I agree. I still have to buy people shit.
Ugh.
We're like, oh, Davis opted out of Christmas this year. He finally said, "Fuck Jesus." We've known he wasn't a Christian, but he gave us gifts until now.
Send everybody a heartfelt card and a macaroni necklace.
That's what I'll do. Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
I got
Ben's getting
a
into his
picture
stack.
disc. Hey, you know what? Fuck. You know what? Hold on. I'll grab it. I got it.
This is a Hellion Records press of Diabolical.
Hellion Records?
Yeah, it's
Is
like
that
South
Greek?
American, I think.
No, it's South American.
I think I would buy like 6 copies of this record if I could.
Oh yeah, the Cadaver split with who the fuck is on the other side?
No, that's just
Is this-
Cadaver.
Yeah. It's just it's hallucinating.
Wasn't
anxiety.
it put out on CD on a split with somebody?
It might have
Yeah,
been. I don't
Carnage
know.
Dark Recollections.
Oh, that's right. That's
These
right.
guys look young too when this was coming out.
Oh, they all were. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, that's even hard to find on CD.
Yeah, I think it got mentioned. I forgot who mentioned it, and I listened to it and was like, I'll fucking buy it, dude. I don't care, $60 or whatever. Like I'm gonna spend it. I think I had to import it
Talk
too.
about a band that's been all over the place. They started off like death metal, and then they got like techie, weird, thrashy death metal, and then they got like weird black metal-y weird, and they've been all over the place.
Cadaver has?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
think I've
they got
listened
a
to
new-
anything but this.
They got a new album out now.
Oh, do they?
The
Comeback
guy-
albums scare me.
Well, they've kind of just like reinvented themselves over a couple of years. He just survived cancer and
No shit.
kind of brought the band back up again. And I know I'm skeptical. Probably sounds like death metal possessed or something, but he's been going for a long time. And that's one of those bands that goes way back to like pre-Mayhem in Norway, and like Mayhem was opening for Cadaver way early on.
Yeah, that shit like right before second wave black metal, where all the I've said this on my channel, Ben. I know I probably sound like a broken record, but all the subgenres of metal weren't so steadily formed yet, so it wasn't like death, black, doom. So they were all sort of like bleeding together. That shit's super interesting to me, versus when it all splits up and you're like, this is a thrash band, this is a doom band, this is a death metal band, you know. But,
Right. It's very interesting to get back to those junctures of splitting off.
Yeah.
The album that I'm going to review from 95 in the next issue of Arcane Archivist, it's Norwegian kind of Black Death from 95, but it's also like it's a band like trying to kind of get out as far as they can imaginatively and try and find something really avant-garde and weird, and that worked somewhat successfully and somewhat not at all. And this is kind of one of those records I feel like most people probably didn't like, but it's worth revisiting after 25 years.
What is it? Or are you going to keep it under wraps till the review comes out?
I don't have a copy of it yet, but the band is called Suffering, and it's called Sowing the Seeds of Suffering. And it was
Suffering.
only pressed on CD back then. I just paid 30 euro for a CD copy of it from Finland.
Oh shit.
So there's this guy, he's like the worst YouTuber I've ever seen. All he does is he takes his camera and he goes, here's this one, here's this one, here's this one, here's this one. He just says what it is. That's all it is. And but he's got a really, every once in a while when I kind of like, I don't know what I want to listen to or I want something new but old, I'll go back to his videos and I'll just watch. And I'll be like, fucking idiot. Ooh, that sounds good. And I was doing this and that thing popped up and I listened to it, and 10 minutes later, after one song, I spent 30 euro on it.
Yeah, I love when that shit happens. You're like, I'm getting it. Like, you like it that much. Yeah.
Where'd you find that, Marty?
In the back of my refrigerator.
So, Marty, I want you to go to a dispensary, maybe tomorrow, maybe Monday, and say, don't give me indica, but give me something good for a stressed out old dad.
Yeah.
Treat yourself. Celebrate a new reign of lunacy in the White House.
Yeah. My kid's going back to school on Monday too, so I'm kind of psyched about that.
I know you are, so treat yourself.
Been a long run.
And seriously, like, the older we get, the more we're going to need CBD and ibuprofen and shit like that, man. So I bet you'll appreciate it.
Yeah.
I haven't smoked weed in 10 years or something. I don't know. They don't make it easy in Iowa.
I hated weed. I'd freak out every time.
I did too, man. It put me panic attacks, crazy shit.
Oh yeah, I was sitting there like, I could feel my heart beating, and I was like, I'm dying. Any fucking minute now, I'm dying. Now, keep in mind, I was a fucking crack and heroin addict, so those things didn't scare me. But weed, dude, anytime I smoked weed, I was like, Jesus Christ, I'm gonna die.
It was interesting. I've never smoked crack. I've smoked weed probably 20, 30 times in my life. And I talked to a guy that used to work for Necropolis Records. He was talking about how he was a crack addict for a while. I said, they say crack is 98% addictive. Means you smoke it twice and you're hooked. Maybe? I said, what is the allure of that drug? And he's like, dude, he said, the first time I smoked crack, he said the high was so amazing. He's like, that is what gets you. He said the high is insane, and you chase it. The next time you go, you keep trying to get that high again, and it's not the same. But you keep chasing. It's good, but it's not as good. But you're still trying to find that first time you smoked how incredible that high was, and before you know it, you're fucked.
It's a nightmare. Yeah.
Fucked.
It's a nightmare because it's this intent. Because I was doing both I was doing heroin and crack at the same time. But in fact, I always avoided stimulants. I was just on heroin for years, and my life was all fucked off. And this guy I used to go pick up heroin with, he was smoking crack, and he was like, "You want to try some?" And I was like, "Oh, my life's already fucked up." Like,
misery loves company.
Yeah, I was like, well, how much worse can it get, really, And I tried it, and yeah, you're right. I mean, so you get really high, obviously, but then it's it's not just from the first time you get high; it is from the first hit. The rest of the night, you're chasing that, and you can't stop. And then afterwards, you're real, kind of like frustrated because you've been chasing this thing. I used to think if I didn't take a hit of crack and I didn't throw up immediately after from it being so intense, it wasn't good enough. So then I'm chasing this all night, and next thing you know, you're like $300 out. It's fucking 6 a.m. The sun's coming up. You're pissed off at the world because you never hit that high again. You tried your damnedest,
You're chasing it,
and then you're out it's just it's a complete fucking nightmare. Yeah.
And plus the high only lasts for like what, 15 minutes, 10, 15 minutes?
Well, the actual euphoria is probably 30 seconds, and then you're still all amped up, but you don't have the good euphoria. So you're still kind of like on edge and shit, but you're just chasing that euphoria the rest of the night. It's a fucking nightmare. Yeah. It's a fucking nightmare. Plus, and then every day I would wake up and think I have to have heroin. That I'll get sick without, but then I'd hit crack. So then it was just a fucking mess, dude. It was a fucking mess.
Wow.
Well, you know what? I'm thankful that you turned your life around, man.
Now kudos it's just records,
Kudos to you, because it's not easy. It's not easy, and a lot of people run it shit into the ground, and we're only given one shot, and it's a short run. We might as well make the best of it,
Yeah. I forgot how we got on the subject of crack.
I don't know. Ben was encouraging me to smoke weed.
Oh yeah, Ben. That's what it was. Ben
the last time I smoked it fucked me up too bad.
That's right. Yeah.
And
I never really had a problem, but I had a stint where I would drop $200 on rolls and just dance my fucking night away. Just do poppers all night, or do
What's poppers? Poppers ecstasy?
Well, no, ecstasy is the pill that I'm talking about that I sorely miss, and I'll dance to any music if you give me that.
I was about to say, were you dancing to your metal records? Or?
No, I got into some like
EDM
trance
and
house
stuff
and shit like that. Yeah, some of it's great. but poppers is like a little chemical. I don't really know much about it.
You inhale it, don't you?
Yeah, you just get a little whiff of it, and it just kind of washes over you. But what's even better is those balloons with the accelerants in them.
Whippets.
Whippets, yeah. I would fucking get it. Like the sun would come up 7 a.m. and the floor would just be fucking covered in spent cartridges, and I'm still listening to this fucking dance.
Dude, that's
music.
some Steve-O shit right there. Remember that Steve-O
He
documentary
was
that
fucked
came
up. He was bad shape, man.
Yeah, we met him. We all met him because he's like big into AA and shit, and he'll go to like, I guess I'm not supposed to say that, although I think he's been pretty.
He's been very
about
out about it.
Yeah. He's clean now, so
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a nice dude.
Well, man, hats off to you because it's a fucking hard road, and you battled back some serious demons. I'm sure it's not easy every day, but fuck it.
I don't you know, this I got clean a few times, but and it never stuck. But then this last time, I was homeless and shit, and I don't crave, like, even talking about crack right now. I'm not like, damn, I want some crack, you know, because I mean, if you know, I really fucking got clean this time. I mean, I was serious. Those AA nuts could have told me to fucking do anything, and I would have done it because I was fucking done. I mean, I was homeless. It was fucking gnarly, but
when
yeah,
you get homeless too, you get in that mentality like, what the fuck? Who cares? You know, where's my life at? You know?
Yeah, and you have people telling you like get a job and shit. You're like, dude, I smell like ass.
No one's
fucking
gonna hire you.
showered in 4 days.
Address, they won't hire you.
Yeah, I don't have a fucking valid anything. And you're telling me just to go fucking work. Yeah, my partner, her family's real fucking conservative, and they say some dumb shit about homeless people, and I'm like, you have no fucking clue, dude.
No, you don't. And it's, you don't. It's hard.
Yeah, what happened to Eric?
I don't know what happened to Eric.
I'm about to head out here. I should probably try to go to sleep.
Yeah, it's getting late. I'm surprised though, Lug Lamfada. I'm surprised to hear anybody talk about Arctic Serenades. That's a good label from back in the day. They put out that
on, Ben?
Huh?
How many people are watching?
28. It's been pretty consistent, about 30 or so. But I swear, you guys with like the 2,000 subs or so will get up in the 80s sometimes.
It's hit 80 with my channel a few times, but
when I'm streaming, it's usually like 3 people. But I usually just do it to bullshit with people. Like I'm not doing it to try to get, you know.
Yeah, that guy Sean is very actively interacting with you on those streams.
Yeah, I love Sean. Hey, he likes metal too. He likes metal too.
I can tell. I think he watches my stuff.
Is that the guy I was watching the one day? Was laying on the bed talking. He like talking a lot. He's like going all in.
No, I don't think so. I think that was, but that fucking little pocket of the VC is a strange one for sure.
Was that the jazz community?
The one, if there was a guy laying on the bed, it was probably the rock, like classic rock community. It was probably Captain Spaulding, and they're all like right-wing nuts. They're all kind of like Trump cultist type people, which is why I started streaming, because I was like, I'm done with this shit. I want to just talk to other nerds about, you know, whatever we're into. So, but if anyone, I hope none of your subscribers been subscribed to me, because they'll be sorely disappointed in my non-metal content.
I watch it, and again, it's the person, the passion and the knowledge are what attract me to people's channels, you know.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
I like to hear what you're up to and just appreciate your perspective, and
occasionally you'll throw a bone and like, oh, here's an Exodus record. I'll be like, oh, fuck yeah, look at
there
that.
It is. There's the metal just kind of sprinkled in there.
You went from Mingus to fucking Exodus. Whatever.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm super interested in more avant-garde, strange, experimental kind of jazzy stuff that you want to throw my way by way of a video or just text me or whatever. I'm really open-minded about a lot of different kind of stuff.
Yeah, I need to make those videos soon. I've had a couple requests for those. I need to do it. I've just been working so much lately, but But yeah, I missed that record store. I fucking there was this record store in Lubbock, Texas, where I used to live, where the owner, I knew the owner really well. And sometimes I'd go in there and there wouldn't be anything to buy, and he'd be like, "Hold on a minute," and he'd come out with like original Exodus, like on the Combat label and shit, and I'd be like, "Okay, I'll take this today." But see, now I don't have that connect anymore. So if I want to buy stuff like that, I've got to pay the price now.
Ah, is there a record store where you're at now?
It's awful. You're talking like fucking Bob Seger records for like $30 and stuff like that.
Michigan. He lives around here. He lives by me. Roll tonight.
I always thought that like Inquisition does this like signature kind of guitar thing that reminds me exactly of Bob Seger.
Oh, I'm gonna listen to that now and see if I can pick that up.
I've never picked that up.
Now I'll only be able to hear Bob Seger and Inquisition.
Oh, we got Simon ready to come in. All right.
There used to be a. Go ahead, Ben. Sorry.
I was gonna say I'm about ready to kick it.
All right. Yeah.
Screw you guys. Whipping out on the drunk guy.
I'll see y'all later.
Good seeing you, Davis. Have a good one, man.
Take care.
Bye, man.
Been fun.
Oh, great. See y'all later. Y'all have a good night. Take care. Stay sexy, America.